going for the towers, like don't get picked off, and they're not losing any net worth while doing so because they're also farming the jungle at the same time, but they're not getting picked off. Like their positioning is really incredible.
Mm-hmm. I really think when you think about these two drafts, we said that Secret will have a very powerful team fight because of all the magic damage that they had. But man, Storm Spirit and Earth Spirit, jumping back lines, they eliminated Snapfire and Elder Titan completely.
Yeah, the Spirit duo. Aramis only did 11K that game, which I thought it would be higher, but Boom did 32,000 damage that game. Way more than anyone else. Highest on Secret was 17,000. Second highest was Shad at about 19,000. So Boom really did pop off towards the end of that game in particular. But here we are, game number 2. Day 3 of the group stage continues. Our halfway point, Magnus Wisp band, I'm sorry, and Vengeful Spirit, as well as that Enchantress taken out as Secret first pick Snapfire once again into a quick Lina response from Viking.
This is a good approach from Secret, banning out Venge, because Viking, they love to run Drow Ranger and Venge and Medusa, and I think you are just completely nullifying these kind of strats by just removing Vengeful Spirit, opening up with the Snapfire. I don't have a problem with that. I think uh, Zai is, a bit AFK, or what he's doing is so sacrificial at the moment, like space creator, whatever you want to call it, but he's been picked off so many times.
Yep.
I feel like he's playing his own game.
It took him so much time to get that Aghanim's completed, right, Lacoste? And they were constantly waiting for him, and he gets picked off here and there, delays it for a couple of minutes. But this game for Team Secret really isn't about the Snapfire Aghanims because you have Faceless Void. And Snapfire, Faceless Void, old school combination, well, as old school as Snapfire goes, a year ago or so. It's pretty solid. You have the ultis that combo very well together, and it already looks easier for Secret to execute.
Yeah. Now, however, I do really like the combo on Viking as well. Slardar and Lina. We don't know exactly what the roles will be. It could be a 4 Lina. Maybe they'll be in a lane together. That's a pretty deadly combo. But even just the Slardar against Faceless Void. We've seen Slardar, this anti-carry position 3. He womps. Hit Void with better bashes, right?
He one of the reasons why he is one of the best offlaners right now is because he's anti-carry. Like he makes your carry so much stronger in this type of scenario. It opens up the Roche. We're gonna give my carry an Aegis, and it's a strong laner against a lot of these melee carry heroes paired up with Lina. Double stun lane, a lot of kill potential. Already liking what I see from Viking.
I would be surprised if they don't lane that. Like you asked if this is a position for Lina, maybe if they find a better use for her on 5, like always want to fly play it, or maybe mid lane. I mean, in a different lane. Right. But I really think this should be your off lane duo, position 4 and 3. You can see Team Secret reacting already, even though there's no Venge. There is a Slardar, so you ban out PA and Drow Ranger. Like both of these heroes benefit so well from Slardar so much. And also, both of these heroes can deal well with the Faceless Void. PA, if you don't kill her in the chrono, she just deletes you from the game. Plus, you have a hero that gets on top of Snap.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how broken PA is until we saw that Alliance Nico Baby game yesterday. And now I'm definitely on the, let's tweak this hero a little bit. Let's find some way to make sure those games don't happen quite like that, because that was disgusting.
It was. It's just Blur is a broken ability. Level 15 talent is a bit broken. And, Crit having a hero that can just one-shot other heroes just
like the
doesn't
Omega
feel
crit
right.
as well. It ain't just a crit. That puts Daedalus to shame. It's that was 3,000 damage. Cool. That was a Timbersaw. He just two-shot. Nice. Hey, Timbersaw just got banned. There you go.
Also, the fact that you just use that blur to farm across the map and you're not seen. You have to be checking the map constantly, which I'm sure these players do, but it messes with you a little bit. Plus, she farms the jungle without being hit by creeps in that blur too. There's just a lot of these things that add up together for PA. Strong laner as well. Like, it all comes together, and she's the ultimate carry at the moment. But we said the same about Faceless Void, a week ago or more, like 10 days perhaps. Void was all the talk, and I still think that Faceless Void I would consider him up there too. Like
Oh
he's
yeah.
very high on my tier list of carries.
And another hero that could slip in here. They've already got a great ulti combo, but that Elder Titan we saw last game, something we've seen comboed with the Chrono, the Earth Splitter. It's pretty nasty and scales super well as well. So next ban from Viking, we'll see what they remove.
I mean, you have Slardar, you ban out this Timbersaw, so you have something prepared. Like right
Morphed.
now, they're
Okay.
just protecting their own carry, I would say, right now, and that's something that they're gonna pick. We've seen yesterday when I believe Alliance who played Morphling, and then they covered it up with the three bands AA, Anti Mage, plus one. Can't remember which one was it, where you already protect what you picked. But I think Viking, they are one step ahead, just thinking what they're gonna get. And this is the hero that I like. I think this hero's underused. Wyvern splitting the team fight, having a save. This is one of the weakest laners coming out from your position five. It could possibly be an off lane, like you never know with Team Secret, but very low on damage
Yeah.
output early on. You just need to be able to not get demolished in the laning stage, and Winter Wyvern is fine. So you see, yeah, they were already protecting their carry, banning out the Morphling against the Lifestealer. It's a good matchup for the Morphling where he gets a free BKB with a Morph. This is the kind of a
Mm.
thinking that I like to see coming out from teams.
Yeah. It's also the fact that Secret just dominates with Morphling Nisha, right? Ever since this
Yeah.
guy came to the scene, Morphling was literally one of his best heroes, and no matter what the matchup is, and the matchup versus the Lifestealer, like Lacoste said, is very Morphling favored, so ban it out.
And yesterday against Mud Golems, it was a 2-1 series. The 2 games Secret won,
Very
Nisha
Morphling,
Morphling.
yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, I
Key
was
hero
looking
for them.
those games, and when you look at the stats of those games after, it's like Zai 1-7, Yapzor 1-8, Nisha 11-0 or something. Like
Yeah, they
just
were like
dominating
real
completely.
Morphling hard carry games.
Um,
But Wyvern is really nice against Slardar. You kind of have two saves, right? You have the Winter's Curse, where you can always reset to use as a combo breaker, but Cold Embrace pretty much mitigates most of what Slardar wants to do.
Yeah.
all right,
Secret
so
read that well. With the
mm,
Wyvern, they saw this Morph band, probably thought they're going to have two right clicking offlaner and a carry, Lifestealer and Slardar. So we're just going to pick Wyvern. And it's also, again, Lifestealer into Wyvern, which is not that great of a matchup for a Lifestealer.
Mm-hmm. Very
all
true.
right.
And now the Mars.
Some things about the Wyvern, however, here are if Slardar gets an early Blink Dagger, you need to be very careful when it comes to your positioning. You aren't contributing too much in the Chronosphere when it comes to teamfight, but you do have Snapfire for that. And it can get a little bit rough if you're position 5 to always find the right spot to stand in and save people. And even if you save them with the Cold Embrace, you're setting them up for multiple stuns coming from Lina, coming from Slardar. So just have to be a little bit careful with the Winter Wyvern, but I'm sure whoever plays it on Team Secret will do
So
just fine.
are we banning spirits again here, Lizard? Is that I'm thinking like a Storm Spirit, Ember could be good bans for Secret. Anybody that can get in the back line and take this Wyvern out of the fight, right?
Usually, yes, but since they have Mars and Faceless Void, like if they group around Wyvern just to kill him, it's a position 5/4 here, still not revealed. You can just set up yourself for a very good Chrono. Team Secret team fight right now is
It's
like
good.
super strong. Look at it.
It's good.
Chrono, Snapfire, Ulti, Wyvern
A
to
lot of
set things
circles.
up, and Mars Arena.
I like Secret's teamfight already, and I would like to see something on the mid lane that can combo with the Mars and the Faceless Void. If I was thinking about some other team, I would even think about Invoker perhaps. But when it comes to Viking, I still like the Spirits, just to get in the back to catch the Winter Wyvern or the Faceless Void, because these heroes, they're a problem, and you need to eliminate them first. And right now, Slardar plus Lifestealer are fine, but it's not like you can't count on one Blink Dagger, no matter how good you are. You can't just count on that one form of initiation to solve these two targets that are already problematic and saving one another, either with the Chrono or with the Winter's Curse. So I would like to see something as a spirit from coming for Viking.
I like this Skywrath Mage ban. Some nice magic damage to mix in. Combos well with Wyvern and Void, obviously. And thinking about this final ban.
Yeah.
And
I
still
think
a little
Secret is
flexible with the Snapfire, right? So we don't know exactly what the lanes are.
true. They're a bit limited on damage inside a chrono. Like they have Snapfire, that's pretty much it. Why? One of the reasons why Viking banned out both Skywrath Mage and Dead Prophet. Like, who's gonna deal the damage
Could
if
this be a Zeus
Snapfire
pick?
is caught or dead?
Is Zeus
So is there?
crazy with the Void? They need damage.
I don't think
It's
you
not.
can pick. I don't think you can go for Zeus. It's a lot of CC damage, but into Life Stealer, into Slaughter, they can
It's
easily
scary.
close the gap. It
Yeah,
could be a bit scary.
for
And they still
sure.
have one more pick to go. Like one of the
They, yeah.
spirits available.
They did ban out the Storm Spirit, but you have one of them that would be able to
Oh,
get on top of him. They
okay.
go with the Tiny, or it gives you some extra burst damage. It gives you another method of playing your team fights. You're not completely centered around the arena or the Faceless Void Chrono. Now you have a
Mhm.
hero that will be able to just jump into backlines, perhaps burst down the Lina. Not really the best hero overall versus Lifestealer and Slardar. Very limited armor, obviously, but
More initiation, though. They have a lot of ways
yeah.
to start fights and catch people, so that's always a plus.
So one big thing from Tiny though that you have to like realize is that he has no cooldowns, right? And you have four heroes with really high cooldowns on the side of Secret, and now you have Tiny to kind of mix it up and be the real playmaker that's on the map constantly and can make plays. So because of that, I like the pick, and they picked it
I
yesterday,
still
right?
like
As well.
Ember here for Viking. That's all my brain's centered on right now. He stands out.
Hmm.
They have a lot of catch, though, so it is scary. You almost want somebody who's a little more survivable.
On the mid lane, when you see Tiny, you're thinking about Kunkka as well. Always, you're thinking about these heroes that
Sure.
can match up against him.
I
Also
don't
a
think
good
they're
catch.
committing with mid Tiny here. Like they can put Mars mid, have Snapfire on the off lane. They can also put Tiny mid, Snapfire off lane. It's a lot of things are open. Let's see what they're gonna go for. Okay, so they're saving Tiny as a mid laner. I like that because I've seen Tiny lately failing so much, because everyone's stacking, so there's not a lot of fighting going on, and Tiny just doesn't get the early kills, which means he's under leveled, and his blink dagger is kind of delayed, so you can't really rely on him just blinking in and getting those early kills, just snowballing. And I like that they made this adjustment. Just put Tiny on a mid, so he can easily get his combo 10-minute mark in, get the blink dagger going, liking it from what I see from Team Secret. I think much stronger team fight once again as they did have in the previous game, but I think this one is much easier to execute.
They just have to be careful not to be picked apart by Viking again. This Dragonite, even though I do like Nisha on the Tiny, again, he's a complete playmaker that can scale maybe a little bit better, depending on the itemization, than what he did in the first game, I mean. But Dragonite doesn't give a hell about him on the mid lane. He's going to farm, he's going to start pushing. You have this Chen, you have Slardar and Lina, the constant aggression coming from these heroes should be there, but I'm gonna go with Secrets again because of the
All
Void.
right.
I think this hero is just uncountered in a game such as this one.
Team fight overwhelming. Well, we'll see if Viking can make this a 2-0. They've certainly got some tools to take those objectives, but excited to see how this shakes out. Secret hungry to take this to a game 3, I'm sure. We've got two casters for you. It's KP Pycat once again. Gentlemen, how we doing over there? Are we ready for this game 2 action?
Unmute your
Wow.
mics.
Hey, hello? Are we on? I think we're
Ready
here.
as
We
can
figured it
be,
out.
man.
Hello. Welcome back, folks. And I'm excited for this one, Pycat, right? Because game 1, we were pretty critical about this lifestealer that Team Secret had. It was this, this one core lineup. Definitely feels like Viking, they've taken this, they're going, let us teach you how to use the lifestealer. They've got this slider, they've got this DK, but I don't know about you. I'm a little bit afraid that's a lot of physical damage against a Wyvern.
Yeah, it's a lot of physical damage, but at the same time, they have quite a bit of lockdown. You know, if you ever get on top of the Winter Wyvern, I think you can definitely take some fights through that. And also, it's the fact that both Lifestealer and DK, they have. I mean, Lifestealer builds armor, and DK has a lot of armor, so they become quite tanky, and they can kind of survive some of these things, anyways. With that said, though, I like Secret's draft a lot more than I did the last game. But I can definitely see kind of Viking. I understand what they're going for, but Secret have something pretty interesting here. I mean, they have the Chronosphere coupled with the Snapfire, also together with the Wyvern, the Mars. Like their team fighting is very strong in this game, and their scalability is also way better than it was in the previous game. Faceless Void has to be a little bit careful when you play against Slardar and the Lifestealer. You know, there's also this DK stun. You need to be a little bit careful. But if you get to survive this early game, you become, you get to a pretty comfortable position.
Yeah, you were saying you could see where Viking are coming from. Does it feel like they saw how the last game went? They're feeling very confident, and they've kind of. It looked like they were kind of trying to draft this. We'll just win the lanes type kind of style, right? But then the DK pick at the end. Do you feel that like bolstered it, or was that them kind of draw back and going, "Whoa, Team Secret actually have a lot of team fight. We need more scalability ourselves."
I mean, I always feel like you want some more scalability with the Lifestealer, right? And I think the DK is kind of a nice addition. Maybe you could have gone a different route, but I think this is not bad. The fact that you have the Slardar, it boosted Dragon Knight's damage too. Both him and Lifestealer, they can scale quite well. These are nice kind of, it could be halberd buyers. They have some nice items to buy this game. And yeah, they have some easy times taking Roche. They have ways of locking these zeros down. Their pickup game is quite strong. And I also think that the Tiny doesn't have amazing targets. At the same time, though, Tiny does have very nice armor against the Slardar, so it goes both ways.
I guess it's that thing when you're kind of looking at the heroes that are left in the pool. You look at all this team fight, you got a Secret, and you go, well, we do need to diversify a bit. Otherwise, we're going to take like one big fight. If we commit all our ultimates, we can't really do anything afterwards. Tiny is that type of hero that can instantly do something. Every 15 seconds, he's ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, I mean, the Lina is a good target for you, and potentially the Chen too. These cores are quite difficult to bring down with the Tiny.
On the top, just a lot of pressure being put onto Matumba, man. Not really getting many CS so far, but this is how we'd expect this lane to start, right? Like this, as was mentioned by the panel, it's a double stun lane. You always pick Slardar to be this bully on the lane. And Faceless Void isn't an exception to that rule.
I mean, this Lina Slardar lane it's a very strong lane. You've got the double stuns, you have the bash from the Slardar. Just Slardar has very high armor and decent base damage too. It's not an easy lane to play against by any means.
No. And I like what they're doing, which is they're just stripping them of all of their regen before level 2. Because that's when the Snapfire Void gets a bit threatening, right? When you've got the Cookie Initiation, the Scav Blast, the Bash.
Yeah, it is. At the same time, Secret's draft is not really centered that much around lanes. It's more so scaling, reaching the later stages of the game, which in this game, at least they have some tools for delaying the game, right? They've got the Winter Wyvern, they've got the Snapfire, they've got the Mars to kind of delay these pushes. And Shad in the bottom lane.
Ooh, that's a lot of pressure. Throws out the open wounds, full defensive, but the Splinter Blast gets him. Yapso gets first blood. Nicely done by the Wyvern. Not really the kill you'd expect to open this game. I mean, Lifestealer, you think he'd maybe be the safest of all the heroes in this game, at least for the first few minutes.
Yeah, but Sai went for this early Orb of Venom build. He also, interestingly, he took this 1 point in bolt, which is kind of nice against the Lifestealer. You don't have to get, you don't have to be so worried about man fighting him.
No, also,
Feast versus Bulwark, it's one of the most boring trades you can watch, but it's happening.
It's also nice when you've got a range opponent that maybe doesn't trade as well. Ooh.
I mean, he's getting pressured quite a lot here.
They're keeping the pressure up top on the other side as well, though. Obviously, the difference is that one lane is hemorrhaging kills and one is just bleeding all their resources to heal. Speaking of which, Matumba is already out of regen. Luckily for him, Puppy has a salve on the way for him. But Aramis' position on this lane so far has been pretty threatening. But I guess the argument here is whenever you play this lane of 4, it's a dance to death, right? One misstep and you'll be the one dead yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's very tough to play against this lane as a Faceless Void. And you can see, right? You look at the CS Toby, he's doubling up in terms of CS. He almost has the same amount of denies as Matumba as creeps.
And so far,
it's just,
I was gonna say, we're gonna
is it really fair?
Oh.
One guy has the bash that he can just, predetermine when you want to bash, and the other guy, he just has to rely on the 12%.
No,
doesn't seem right.
You say that, but then, if you bash off the bash off the bash off the bash, don't you feel better about it?
I mean, if you do bash off the bash off the bash off the bash, then of course you would feel good. But the likeliness of that happening is what I'm
Look,
questioning here.
This is a difference between the guy who goes to work 9 to 5, right? You know, he's kind of like he's getting that steady paycheck. The person who goes to the big poker table and puts down all of his money on, like, I don't know, a mediocre
black.
hand. Yes, yeah.
Or just goes
to
to the
table,
roulette.
Black.
All my money
no.
on black.
No, it has to be like a 25% chance, right? Because that's where it caps
A
out.
12%,
So.
I guess. Okay,
Yeah,
so
but
it caps
you
out.
cap out.
In the laning phase, he doesn't have the 24.
No,
though.
this is more like, I mean, he's closer to trying to gamble on a green at this point.
Fair enough.
I kind of like that they've done that as well. We still have these kind of interesting RNG elements. I say interesting. There is, of course, one hero whose name we will not speak that can one-hit kill people that is still questionable. But we kind of stripped out certain RNG elements in favor of kind of, you know, and things you can anticipate, shall we say, you know, this kind of regularity instead of, oh, he bashed me 5 times in a row and that's why I lost the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's the pseudo random is kind of nice, and I mean, elements of luck. It's nice that there are some, you know, the runes, of course, are can dictate games quite heavily and influence how things go, but it's always nice when you can just, you know, you show who's better.
Do you miss the days of Craggy Co? Not Craggy Co, sorry, the Craggy on
Exterior?
Tiny, where you just stun people? Yeah.
Oh yes, it was great. I mean, and it was even right, like the range heroes, you didn't even get to hit him before you got stunned.
You're like, nice, final hit. Wait, why am I stunned? Oh no. Oh no. Never forget the days where axes would spin like Beyblades because they somehow span like 6-7 times in a row.
I'll never forget the days of the IO Beastmaster. That was some stupid Dota.
Hey, you can still have those days. It's just not as absurd as it once was. I'm talking about the spells that just kind of disappeared into the oblivion. We never get them again.
And Zai misses the spear there. I think the Chen would have been in some major trouble. Gets to walk away. And yeah, this top lane keeps being the happy place for Viking.
Eternal Sadness for Secret, though. They're trying to pressure on Aramis, but this is the thing, right? You know, you've got stuns on both these heroes, so it's not easy to choose one to initiate on. And if you're not careful, if you misuse the Time Walk as well, you're just going to be killing yourself.
Yeah, Matoma Man has to be very careful. And you can see, I mean, Toby's got 17 denies.
He's just like, don't mind if I do. Just a tasty Chen meal. That does mean DK is pressuring the tower, however, but he'd already used the Elder Dragon form, so he just has to tap it with his sword. Just checking the structural integrity of the mid tower right now.
Yeah, Nisha just making sure that the Shad's rage button works. Throwing out
Make sure you got the
tiny
message
stun.
before you leave, right?
Just testing, you know, like, does he have rage killed? Yeah, he does.
You might need it soon at this rate. They're getting close to that level 6. Zai, mistakes made. But there it is. A warm, cold embrace, which is kind of contradictory. But they're getting close to that 6, and this is the point where, you know, even Shad might be a kill target.
Yeah, at the same time, Shad also getting closer towards his 6. It's gonna be difficult for him to like sit her down.
Once again, the futile attempts to try and kill someone in the top lane. I mean, time dilation is a nice spell, but you have to catch both of them. Their stuns on cooldown for this to work.
A very quiet laning stage here so far. Still, I would say kind of favoring Viking at the moment, just because of the difference in net worth in this top lane. I mean, you look at it, the Slaughter is more than 1,000 gold ahead at the 8-minute mark.
Well,
that's
but
pretty
Nisha
much
doesn't like quiet. He keeps moving to this bot lane. You say it's quiet. There is one man who's trying to give you Bloodsport to talk about. And it is...
Yeah, I mean, some fortuitous runes so far, the Arcane and the Haste rune on Nisha.
Yeah, it's been paying off. I mean, that's the beauty. I think when you're tiny, the best rune is always going to be that haste, right? I can get down, maybe I have to TP there, but then I can just sprint back to my lane. And
I mean, isn't
against the
haste
DK.
Isn't haste just like close to always the best rune?
DD at the 4-minute sometimes, right?
DD at the 4-minute? Yeah, I mean...
Yeah. Because then you kill your opponent in the lane. But in general, yeah, I give you haste. Haste is magnifico. They're actually lingering here. They're going to try for boom. But I think he's jumped the gun here. You need to actually wait for the Elder Dragon form to run out if you want to make that move. Guess he's just testing if Boom leveled his spell. Or maybe this was the next level plan. You see, he's level 8 on a tiny. He's like, okay, I can be support now. We'll turn Yapsor into the core. Because Secret, they do like to do this a lot. Usually you'll see this happen where Yapsor will be given quite a bit of time in the mid lane to shine and just get his levels and gold up.
Yeah, now Nisha is rotating towards this top lane. I'm not sure if he's actually going to find something here. I think maybe he'll find some damage onto the supporter, but it's going to be very difficult killing these heroes.
He needs to be careful himself. And they spotted him as well. I believe he TP'd under the ward on the mid, so they knew that that was coming.
Yeah, he might get a bounty rune, but at the same time, Boom is going to keep pressuring this mid tower.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And yeah, I mean, this Faceless Void feels like quite the liability right now. He's very much struggling in this early stage.
But when you have a game like this, all right, you're not popping off as the Void. You look and you go, is he just a chrono for something? And he is in this game, right? There's a lot of damage they can dish out. They've got the Splinter Blast, they've got the Kisses, they've got your follow-up with the Arena. There's plenty of ways of bursting whoever's in the big bubble of danger.
And Nisha actually just gets
Yoink.
to walk up.
Oh! Like, he's like, I ain't getting stunned. Illusion and gets away. Boom, once again, now forced to use his Elder Dragon form. He's not even going to get a chance to really hit the tag, so they'll probably get rid of the catapult before wandering off. I say that. Nisha knows about Celery. And Celery has realized a little bit too late. He doesn't have boots. The Centaur will buy him enough time, though, to get away.
This
And makes
should be
that
the
ward
mid
very
tower, though.
obvious.
They
It
could
is.
make some sort of rotation here if Yapsor or Zai towards mid right now.
It's too late.
But
It's pretty awkward as well, because you've just given away your vision in their jungle area. You've lost your tier 1 mid. While Nisha is undeniably getting a lot of gold being at the top of the net worth, this DK has kind of got his value, right? Usually you kind of offset the ability for the Dragon Knight to take the mid tower so early.
yeah, Boom so far is he's definitely having a good time. And he's just going for this early Blink Dagger, which is going to be very useful for them. Just setting up kills.
More or less matching what Nisha does in this game is kind of his goal. And that makes sense as well. Like Viking, they're all about cheap pickoffs, right? Like any way we get a kill, it doesn't cost us something big to do so.
And Secret now, this is where they have their chance here. If the Faceless Void should find a Chrono, they've got the Kisses. They could set up. I like what Aramis is doing though. He's just destroying all of these trees up here so that there's no sort of there's no place for the Void to hide. He still does have these 3 trees, but they might be gone soon too.
I like how Viking just bring out all their heroes to show them. It's like, now Matuma Man, suffer from choice paralysis. You can't chrono all of us. And that's kind of the worrisome part, is if you don't catch everyone in this lane, there's gonna be a punishment had. You need one hell of a good ultimate use out of Secret if you want to defend this.
Yeah, they might just have to forfeit this tower. It's gonna be very difficult to hold this. Looks like they're gonna try though.
Toby's
There
messing
might be
with
a
him a
Chrono
bit.
here on Toby.
Well, Muzz is coming in. Light Strike Array is there with the Dragon Tail as well. They're bursting down quick, looking to move away, but there's the Arena. Slow comes out, they're staggering the stuns, but instead, Cold Embrace has to be thrown out inside. There is going to be Kisses now, but Boom is not a good target. He's so tanky. Dragon Tail thrown out. Winner's Curse is going to be there under the DK. Traps in the Lena, so they can easily take out Aramis instead and toss him across, and there's the Chrono onto 2. They'll bring down 1. Boom is still pretty tanky on the side there, a little bit of trouble. Puppy's going to be brought down. Toby is still alive. Dragon Tail thrown out. Nisha not able to follow up onto the Dragon Knight, and that Infest saves his life and allows Shad to now come out and fight with them. With no tower to protect them, Secret need a way out. The Cold Embrace will once again buy time. Timmerman, he does have the Time Warp. But they're just taking their time. They realize that in an attritional battle, they have enough to sustain on the side of Viking. They don't have to care. Toby is low. Spear doesn't hit into anything, though. Yep, they ping it out and go, why the hell does that not work? There are many things you cannot pin people to.
Yeah, Secret kind of overlapped their spells there. The Wyvern ult and the Snapfire ult, they were kind of overlapping, and they didn't really get the most value out of those.
No, they're going again. They're really obsessed with Boom right now. Cold Embrace once more. Shad will just change targets to detriment though. But Man, nice stun. Zai is low. 1 bash comes out. 1 more hit's enough to bring him down. Cookie does connect with the Toby. They're getting him low, but he's too tanky again. They just don't have the follow-up damage to clean these kills. Toby finally does get brought down. Nisha has to back away now. Matumman now in trouble. Laguna zaps his ass. Yaps all be chased onto. Puppy as well. Aramis is still on top of me. Has got the LSA, but Nisha is chasing in. Hot pursuit continues. As Aramis looks like it's going to be picked off. Nisha once again netting some kills. And on the side, Yapsa will eventually go down for the 2 cores of Viking. But now they still have the numbers. Nisha has been ignored for most of this. Will have to be addressed now as he gets the kill on Chen. But they don't have the damage anymore. One very odd fight occurring over the last minute and a half of this top lane.
It was a very, very long and peculiar engagement. I think Nisha being the very happy one in this fight, also just dealing tons of damage, both him and Boom. But Nisha, yeah, definitely being the big winner here. He's not gonna have his Blink Dagger. He's queued up the Echo Saber, so. And at least, I mean, if you look at Tiny, yes, you're not really a true kind of position 1 type scaling hero, but this hero does scale into some proper damage. And also, you know, it's the Faceless Void Tiny combo, you know, maybe eventually we're gonna see the Ags on Nisha if it gets to that point. Secret have a lot of ways to scale in this one.
Yeah. We did see a potential weakness, right, which is the ability for Viking to sustain, you know, just off of these cheap cloaks and hoods, and then the fact they have a Chen. So that's one thing to kind of highlight is when you look at Secret's draft, as we just saw in that top fight, it is heavily magical damage until like 2 or 3 items in at least. Whereas Viking, some way comment, was the absolute opposite, where they're mostly physical.
And look at what Matumba Man actually has queued up here. He's got the Midas on top of the Master Madness.
Well,
He's weird.
clearly this is just about all the attack speed, so you can constantly bash Toby. Oh, he has to commit the chrono. He gets it in the end. The arena goes down as well. Pin on the celery. Does get him low. He's got the mech though. He gets off. He's got the hand of God to keep him up. But the kisses are enough to screw him over, as they'll just run him down with the taps of the spear from Zai. And look at that. Nisha says, nice. 2 for the price of 1. Jumps on a Boom. 2 tanky to bring down. Shad, when his curse is going to be there, they pin Dragonite to the tree. Aramis has got the LSA looking to assist. Shad does need that assistance. He's located inside me. Boom. Does get close enough for the open wounds. But once again, Secret, they're just running numbers here. Stay on top of them and be relentless. LSA does connect. Laguna, good. But Timmerman is brought down side, gets the spear out onto Aramis. Nisha looking for the kill on the Boom. It's not enough though. One's going to keep him up and healthy. And LSA turnaround on the Tiny. Cookie to get him out. Isn't going to be quick enough though. Has to turn around the avalanche toss. The right clicks are coming out. It's enough. Double kill for Shad. They'll turn around, find the triple on the Puppy. Viking finally able to amass the damage to punish Secret as they keep balling at him as 5.
Yeah, Secret just pursued that a bit too far, and once again, the overlapping of their spells. They used the curse, as I mean, the spear was kind of wasted because of the curse, and their spells are just being overlapped. They're not utilizing their heroes properly, and Viking are just gonna go in for a quick approach here with the Slaughter, with the Chen. It's not gonna take very long.
No, and that's the worrying part, right? It's like Secret uses big ultimates. What are you doing immediately afterwards? Well, Viking are just relentless, as they're going to find another one. They just keep hunting, they keep killing. As Zai walks into his inevitable death, he has got the arena, throw it down, but you could feel it was going to be too late. Now it's 90 seconds where you have got no arena to play around. Chrono is still on cooldown for 60. Toby is in very deep here. But reinforcements are going to be on their way. It's a case of whether they can kill Slardar off quick enough, and I don't think they can. They need to get out right now. Boom. 5 seconds on the blink. Ooh, he couldn't get the Dragon Tail.
And one thing that's been very, very useful so far for Viking is this the Frost Ogre creep. I mean, with all these melee heroes trying to attack, it's just it's some 6 melee cores here.
A little bit awkward from Aramis there, as the LSA does die. They used the kisses though. Now they're in trouble. Yaps was being chased on. Chad's got the Wizard's Curse. No chance to turn around and use it though. 1 for 1, but it's the price difference, right? You just use kisses and you come out even in terms of trade.
Yeah, no, of course you want to be getting a bit more value.
Oh no, they found Nisha as well.
Going to go down here.
Dragon Tail has been delayed by time dilation, but the bashes are going to come out from Toby in a sec. The body blocks though. Shad working against his own teammate. Boom moves in to make sure he cannot get away with the blink. And there's the Dragon Tail finally. The follow-up damage is enough to kill off Tiny. And I don't know about you, I'm getting a little bit worried that the way these skirmishes are going, you might reach a point where Nisha will struggle to find relevance in these fights, right? Because you mentioned he can always snipe the supports, but he's losing the ability to really face off against Viking's cores at all.
Yeah, I mean this frost armor is just it's way too strong for Secret to be able to fight right now. They need to have the kisses. They need to get a good curse. They need Yapsor to be continuously be throwing out these Splinter Basts to be dealing damage in these fights. And then you still have to think about the fact that there's Hand of God and Mech on the chin.
And even the magical damage, it's not putting the biggest dent, right? 'Cause it's not just the Chen with the heals, it's got the Potato Creep giving that mag resistance. You've got the Hooded Defiance already on the Slardar. You're up against a Lifestealer with a Rage. This casual cloak has already served Boom incredibly well in this game. So the kisses aren't even going to be the be-all, end-all for Secret. It feels like they're at a stage where now they have to try and maybe drag this a bit later, find space, and try and farm up the next items before Viking come swinging their axes at you.
They definitely have to drag the game way later, and you can see, I mean, Natoma Man is queued up this Midas, so it's going to take a very long time before he's actually going to feel comfortable in this game. And also the fact that the Slardar now has this kind of early blink still. I mean, the way the game is going, at least, you know, he was allowed to buy the hood into this blink. You see that Matoma Man, he's even afraid to show on this wave. He's scared of this Slardar and H-bomb, and he should be. I mean, one crush and you can pretty much die on this Void. And
Speaking
he
of
just has to
Slardar.
forfeit all these creeps on the bottom.
There's the bomb. Straight around a tiny corner brace comes out. Arena goes down. Toby does get trapped in, and Shad says, I don't know you. And a God is keeping him sustained for the moment. He's tanking the entire load of this. Finally, they have to commit more. Toby does get away, though. He's able to move away from the fight. Yaps will now trouble has to throw out the winner's curse, but Boom is not in range to start hitting Shad. He sidesteps it and moves around. Chen is going to go down, but Yapsor being chased onto. Needed one more hit. Nice save from Puppey. But Boom able to blink forward and find the pick again. And once more, big ultimates committed by Secret. Same exchange in terms of support kills. Now they may have to back up completely. Like, you've still got the Chrono, but where's your damage inside it? You have to leave someone behind. And Zai, he's the one that gets picked. He turns his back to his enemies and gets shot down quick for it. They even managed to find Puppey as well. Boom, with the mobility of this Blink Dagger, finding pick-off after pick-off as they'll hunt forward onto the Post 5 Snapfire.
The net?
Toby, there's the Blink. Nah, I don't need it.
Need it.
Blinks his stuns. Well, they might want it now. They get it in the end. And all the while, you just see Nisha. Every moment, he's like, well, maybe I could go in and I could, like, blink and I could... But where's my follow-up? Who's backing me up here? Where's the damage coming from when I initiate with the Avalanche toss here?
Yeah, I mean, Nisha so far has dealt so much damage in this game to these heroes. It's just, there's no follow-up. You know, Matoma Man still needs a lot of time before he's gonna find some proper footing in this game. He is going towards the MKB, so, you know, even skipping the BKB, but it's still gonna be very difficult for him to deal damage. You know, Toby is eventually gonna get a BKB of his own. Shad has the Rage. He's going towards that AC. He's quite close already. And Boom is very close to his BKB, so killing these cores is going to be really difficult for Secret.
No, do you think something we didn't actually talk too much about is we mentioned they got the Midas queued up. That's where the Timberman's gone. From your carry perspective, is this the right move in this game? Is it so dire of a situation for Secret that this is your only option?
It's hard to say. You know, it's tough to say. I think Secret, they just need to rely on their just delaying the game and hopefully, you know, get to Matoma Man to more items.
Of course, the risk that does come with is, you know, in the 35 minute mark, when you got 3 or 4 items, this could turn into that kind of one carry to rule them all is the only worry. Like, we can talk about Face's Void and how he should be the king of carries in that hyper late game, but we can see the Vikings draft, it's meant to accelerate around this point. It's not going to be looking at the 40-45 minute mark. They're looking at maybe 30-35 minutes to be in your base and starting to just obliterate your buildings.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the nice thing about this DK pick, right? The DK pick, you know, it gives them this Blink hero with the Blink stun additionally to the Slardar, but it also gives you this tower pressuring coupled with the Chen. You see they've already taken out both these mid towers, and they're taking kind of control of the map, which means they're going to be out farming Secret.
Oh, I mean, this was a bit sad. They commit the kisses as well. Toby, Hand of God to keep him up. The kisses have ran out. It's got Blink in 1 second. Spear is off the mark. Oh, no. You can feel the desperation. I mean, this is the thing. Having that pipe, that hood rather you mentioned, being level 12 already, you're normally in that situation. A Tiny would just jump at the opportunity to kill straight away, but you had to wait for so long for reinforcements, and it's just, once again, so much wasted time by Secret.
Yeah, and Shad, you see him I'm not a huge fan of this pickup. He's queued up the heart now. Not entirely sure what this is supposed to do, but
Well, Laguna. It's okay. You don't need to worry about what he's going to do. It's about what the rest of his team is going to do, which is killing poor Captain Pupan himself. As Puppy is been skewered out of the game for 35 seconds.
yeah, I mean, Shadow is going to be incredibly tanky, no doubt about it. But this is a different take on the lifestealer.
No. I mean, I've seen this as kind of a method against the Faceless Void in the past, right? Like, you just... I think I've seen it from, like, you know, the Lifestealer plus a DP. I believe it was when Navi was Fly to Moon that they'd done this against the Chrono combos often. But admittedly, in this game, it is a little bit surprising. Not really sure, like, if there's a secondary nature to it other than, ugh, me survive all your spells.
No, I mean, it does add a little bit of damage, but yeah, I mean, definitely me survive all your spells is one of the benefits of this. At the same time, you have to think about this Wyvern, right? If your rage is down, you're gonna have this Arctic burn. It's gonna deal so much damage to you. I feel like you know, a Basher Abyssal, more damage just could be very useful.
I mean, the only other thing I can think is when you infest, right, is that you're going to heal even quicker inside your target because the heart amplifiers, I believe that stacks. But that's like a very niche thing to spend 5,000 gold on.
It would seem that way, yes.
Then again, I don't know. Like, we shouldn't criticize them too much on this choice. I mean, they are leading against Secret right now. It's not someone we can boast. Toby is going towards that Axe. He's not too far off at this point. Zai able to dodge both of them. A little bit too close for comfort. Secret starting to actually drag this game a bit. And I guess for Viking, the kind of key thing now is kind of shove this bot lane, start to move towards the pit again, right? Because it is going to be up in 10 seconds.
Yeah, and the way Secret have been playing this game, I mean, the Midas from Matoma Man sort of has started to pay off now. You see that the gold lead has been, it's not really increasing for Viking. If anything, it has been going down ever so slightly. And Matoma Man, he's getting closer to that MKB. I mean, should he get to that item, maybe an additional BKB or another damage item, he's going to be able to deal quite a bit of damage. These supports have to be quite careful.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel as risky when you've got that reset, right? You've always got the Wyvern with the Winter Curse if someone goes wrong and you start to get chain stunned. So it doesn't feel as greedy as most of the Void games where we just see no BKB, straight away MKB.
Yeah, and he's very close now to his MKB, so I mean, he's definitely going to be dealing damage, and even in terms of net worth, you see Matoma Man is closing in on the top now. He's getting close to being that big boy.
Shad sees Nisha. He hits him as well. The rage means he can't move away. The root holds him in place. We'll go for the TP out. The boom is there. The LSA is there. In fact, all of Viking are there.
Yeah, this should be a pretty quick Roche here. And I think Viking actually they could look towards pressuring these tier 2s and maybe even start thinking about going high ground.
Boom did of course use the Outer Dragon form there, so he'll move across the pit now. You maybe see them wait a minute before they go. It's not like waiting is going to hurt you after you pick up this Aegis straight away. Considering Secret, they have got all their big ultimates. So another pick off as you approach high ground would be favorable.
Oh, definitely just using the Dragon. You want the Dragon form for these pushes. Potentially they're going to go for this top tier 2. And then just wait for the Dragon form, kind of reset the lanes, make sure they're not pushing too much. And then start thinking about going high ground.
Looks like Puppy will get out in time. A big brain play to occur here. They'll just surrender the tower over. Matuma Man, he has now got the MKB. BKB has been queued up next, but it's a long way off. And high probability Viking will force some sort of fight before you have that item. I'm just still curious to see what's going to happen once this life still has his heart.
No, I mean, you and me both, man. You and me both.
Like, you know, I understand Toby's like, oh yeah, Ag's pretty good this game. I mean, it's not going to help against Chrono, but everything else, good. And DK going towards that Orchid that we're seeing a lot of times on the Dragon Knight now. very good item in this game, considering a lot of these heroes don't have a way of protecting themselves or dispelling, rather.
Yeah, it's gonna be
But then
very
there's-
useful against the Wyvern and the Snapfire if you can take out either support.
Ooh,
And
Nisha.
Nisha once again gets caught up here.
They've got LSA in a second. You saw Aramis, he backed up because he didn't want to get hit by the avalanche. Reinforcements coming. Boom activates BKB. Chrono onto 2. Reinforcements are coming. Aramis will fall in that Chrono, but that's all they're going to get. BKB activated, still running for Boom. Means he's going to be okay for a few seconds to move out of the arena on top of Puppy. They're looking for him. Winner's Curse is going to come out. They'll wail on the Dragon Knight, but he's got the cheese that's not easy. They'll chase forward with the Rage, able to kill off Puppy. Looking for a reset on the fight. Buyback comes down from the Snapfire, but the Infest and a retreat from Toby will be successful. Boom, in trouble. Dragon Tail reinitiated in. Matuma Man gone. Dead for 70 seconds. TP away by Nisha. Will be successful at least. But that backfired quickly. Secret got a little bit too cocky and Viking slapped them down into their place.
I'm really not sure about what Natomaman's thought process was there. You know, it's very strange going in there, the Lifestealer with the AC, the Slaughter with the Amp. I mean, I think if Puppy hadn't bought back there, I think they were in a very good position. They just taken out these 2 supports. They used the Chrono, they just delay the game. You know, you don't have to worry about this push. The form is going to run out pretty soon. But with that additional death on Matoma, it's going to set him back quite a lot.
Now it's Chad rubbing his hands together. He's like, nice, I'm the one true carry. That heart is almost ready. And then he's going to become an unkillable force. And even when they try to initiate on Boom, we've seen how hard that can be. I don't think any of these cores are good targets for Secret. We've seen, yes, they can bring down Aramis. But the question mark is for what you invest to even kill supports right now. Like, what's your follow-up? How do you deal with like, whoop? Miscommunication there, but it won't matter. We've got enough stuns, says Viking. The Cold Embrace is simply so Yapsel can run away. Nothing more. Asai is not getting out of this.
And you see also, I like what Shed is doing here. I mean, he immediately just starts running towards Yapsor so that he can't save him with the Winter's Curse. Yeah, they're just gonna go high ground right now.
There it is. What we've been waiting for. The heart of a warrior. Backed up by Splashing as Toby starts to set the ground upon which Secret cannot set. The tower gone already. Nisha jumps in. Kiss is trying to do the damage. Not going to be good enough, though. As it gets interrupted quickly, Cold Embrace comes out to protect the Timberman. No Chrono for 20. They can't afford to lose targets just yet. But the Winner's Curse is a waste. Shad still have the Rage running. LSA comes out, moving in. Toby stunned onto 2. It's good. They turn on the Timberman. He's able to get away. But Puppy is going to be brought down. Dead for 70 seconds. That's going to be his dieback. Not that he had anything left to contribute after that quick interrupt of his kisses. And the melee racks will fall to the Corrosive Breath. And they'll move towards top now.
Yeah,
you
I
have
think
got Chrono.
One of the worst targets to actually use that curse on is the Slaughter with the axe. The duration is going to be so much shorter with
I
that.
mean, any of these
battle
targets don't feel good to use the Winner's Curse on right now. Just a lack of damage that is sorely hurting Secret as they've lost 2 lanes. And yeah, you got this Chrono, yeah, you got this Serena, but the hesitation. Who is your target now?
This is starting to look like a relatively quick, maybe 2-0 here even by Viking. You know, it's not set in stone as of yet, but they are in a very commanding position of this game, and
they go for more.
Tomberman is still away from his BB.
If he gets forced to Chrono here, they're done. Like, this could be the one that breaks them. Chrono's going to come out. He needs this kill right now, though. The Boom cuts the back line. They look on the Wyvern instead, bring him down. Toby's still alive. He lived through it all. Hannah got to heal him up. Flyback comes out from the Wyvern. Arena goes down. Toby is going to be pinned. Boom has his BKB, though, and Shad is way too tanky to deal with, though. Turnaround is Tiny, who does have the Cold Embrace. But Shad, too tanky, just zoning away the forces of Secret means they have to leave Tiny behind as he gets burst down. They'll move forward onto Mars next. Look to clean up Zai. He stands his ground. A valiant warrior will fall. This is a double kill for Boom. The only upside for Secret right now is they still have a tier 1 in the bot lane that stops the inevitable death of their base off the back of a fight like that.
And that's gonna be the completed Bloodthorn now on Boom, and he's also queuing up a heart now.
I'm telling you, it's the Chrono counter.
Tankiness deluxe, and Matomaman is under a ward right now. He does not know this. He might feel like he's safe here.
Oh, I don't know if they can get there, though. Aramis is not quick enough. Matuma Man does make it out. The scan makes that obvious to them. But they can turn towards the base again. I don't think this is tier 4 territory for Vikings, but
Yeah, and
it's gonna
look
be
what
very hard for
Nonton
Secret
Man-
to get out. What?
Do you see what he's queued up?
Oh, I do. That is what we call the Chrono isn't doing it, dog. We're gonna just need to go all in on one fight.
That is a bold move, I would say. Going
Aye,
up
bold
against Slaughter and
moves.
Lifestealer, it's a tough one getting away with that.
Let's be fair here. What item are you gonna build that deals with the amount of burst damage they have? Like, what's gonna save you at this point? The BKB, sure, we said it could be great, but you need to be able to kill someone in this Chrono. And as we saw last time, that is not an easy target for Matuma Man in this game.
Oh, he just needs way too many items at this point. He needs. I mean, he's very heavily. The entire secret lineup at this point, they're just very heavily lacking in damage. And you can also see from Yapster what he's queued up. I mean, they're all thinking
Wait,
about it, right?
Look at
Zai knows too. They're all just. They're ready for it, you know.
You know, and this is the next level strategy. We said they like to play this kind of free support role yesterday. They're like, how can we top that today? What if rapiers?
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Puppy's letting the team down though. I mean, come on, did you get that level 20? It makes sense for a Divine Rapier. Instead, he's thinking Solar Crest.
Yeah, Matoma Man also on this top lane. I think if he goes for this entire wave, he's gonna be in a lot of trouble. And I think Matoma Man is just.
It's too late for him. He's done. And Chrono was
no
just coming
more.
off. Oh, God. Jeez. 1-2 tap. Goodbye, Mr. Glass Cannon. And they'll move into the base. They see an opportunity. Caught Embrace forced out into Puppy to defend him. Nisha now in a little bit too deep. Laguna does get Puppy low. Cookie will get him away from Boom for the moment. And Sight, this is important. The Bulwark is redirecting fire to save his Capitan. But who will save him? He'll scream back to El Capitan, but I don't know if he can help. Kisses are going to come out, jump in, forward onto Yapstor. The damage is too high. Cold Embrace will keep him alive for the moment. Buyback comes out from the void, but you've already used the Kisses again. Aramis will be ran down in the meantime. They are in deep here. Winner's Curse, Toby. Needs to be a little bit careful here. They don't want to commit the Chrono too quickly. They want to make sure it's a guaranteed kill. Toby looking to move away, though, in his own splashy area. The Cheese able to stay alive. Avalanche cost to bring him low. Arena's going to go down to stop the reinforcement. Shad does move in. Looking to back up Boom here. Corn Embrace. Bash is coming out in Matuma Man. He is protected for the moment. The damage is too high. He's dead. That's the dieback. Secret. Up against the rope. The ropes have broken. And they're falling out of the arena quick. Buyback will come out from the man with the arenas himself. But what's your follow-up? Where's your damage? They'll just stun up. Laguna, Nisha brought low. Will be killed off. Zai goes in deeper. Will die once more. And it looks like this is going to be a 2-0 going the way of Viking.
Yeah, and pretty convincing 2-0 at that. I think Viking just running Secret over in this kind of early mid game in this one, and both victories relatively quick.
I tell you, Pika, you know it's bad when, because usually at this point we strategize how you get them in the fountain, and they got Shad in the fountain. That didn't even work. Like that shows you how gunned and done this game is. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, and a
We get it.
very just solid performance by all of Viking here. Just also kind of they had some two really I would say sort of cohesive lineups at least. You know, they have a clear idea and they know what they want to do, and once they get the ball rolling, it's very difficult to stop them.
Yeah, and you know, Secret, I'd say that their draft this game made a lot more sense, right? You can see the kind of upsides, but there's got to be a critical moment. We look at this game, we go, okay, this is where Viking kind of outshone Secret, right? That was where they took over. Like, is there a critical moment you can think of where that started to become so apparent?
I mean, the thing I think is just, yes, they have this Faceless Void. I just feel like they don't have enough damage in this Chrono. Yeah, you have the Snapfire. Yeah, you have Wyvern, but you have these two melee cores, and unless the Tiny gets to, you know, a much later stage with this Axe, Daedalus, etc., there's just not enough damage in this Chronosphere, especially considering how poorly this top lane went for Secret. This Void was just, he was way too far behind.
As a result, some people will be happy to see another loss on the belt of Faceless Voids everywhere, but plenty of Secret fans upset. Viking, however, they're going to be cheering this one out. 2-0 victory over Team Secret. We'll throw it back to the panel so they can break this series down.
Thank you very much, KP. Great commentary as usual. A 2-0 for Viking GG. Hopefully we'll have an interview coming up before too long. Lizard, we're going to get to play the fun game of impromptu interview with a mystery guest here. We'll find out who it is about 2 seconds before they come on. So get your question ready, all right? Prepare yourself. Really an exciting game too, though. A fantastic Dragon Knight performance. Deathless, that game.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
seems like every single time I see Dragonite, he just pops off. And I think they itemized and had a right lineup against what Secret had. There's this mid tiny, but he can't burst our targets. This is uh life stealer with the armlet. You have this casual hood. I'm gonna call it casual on the slaughter with the treads, with the wand, with the bracer. You have a cloak on Dragonite who's fairly tanky just by himself, and it's very hard to bring these people down. I felt like Nisha just needed one extra hero to play with him.
it's like this draft that has two heroes on safe lane and the offlane that whose main goal early on is to catch and contain targets, right? You have Mars and you have Void, but the rest, the other three heroes, besides Puppy, they don't deal damage in the chrono. Pika said it so really right. Maybe later on when Isha gets that Daedalus on the Tiny together with the Agonist, but he wasn't even going for that. He was going for E-Blade. And everyone on the side of Viking itemized just to survive. Your heart on Lifestealer, no BKBs, but they didn't need BKBs. You have a Bloodthorn AC on the Dragonite for some extra catch versus the Void, and they did manage to catch him. I said Void was kind of uncountered hero, but that was a bit wrong as well when you consider how many stuns they had and the fact that he didn't itemize at all when it comes to defense, right? He had Midas Mask of Madness MKB. If you get caught, you're dead. That's it. And all things aside that we're talking about the draft, there were some misplays from Secret. Many of these team fights, they get baited in. Matu made some, like you see this Lifestealer infested DK and you jump on top of him. You just blow up. It's like 3 times it happened in this game. Plus the Snapfire plus Winter Wyvern overlapping their combos.
Yeah, absolutely. Some sloppy play there, and we're seeing this Chen over and over now. And we talked a lot about the Chen Storm combo. We saw that Chen Zeus, but one of the things about Chen is that he is now the combo breaker. We talked about Silencer in that context 2 days ago. Now we're seeing it with Chen. You get caught, well, you've got the all heal, you've got the mech. If you're in range to connect with the aura as well, it's kind of an absurd amount of healing that can turn fights. It can save people through a chrono.
Yeah, we've seen in our previous series when Navi played, like how good that Chen combination and just Chen heal is. The thing is about Chen is you can have better lanes because you can always set it up with the divine favor in your own favor, and you can have that 10-minute mech, continue to push, go for the towers. And it's not about Chen as a hero, it's about what he gets as neutral creeps. In this case, it's Ogre Vampire Mage, who's like the strongest hero in their team, just providing some ice armor and some extra slow attack speed and the movement speed slow if you attack him. I think this creep, the creep got nerfed, don't get me wrong, but still is
good.
one of the strongest ones.
Still good. Okay, so we've got an interview here. We've got Solari with us coming in. Solari, hello, can you hear us?
Hello. I can hear you.
Hello, you sound good. Congratulations on the win. How you feeling after that 2-0 over Team Secret?
Feels pretty good. It's been a while since we played them.
Yeah.
Happy it went our way this time.
Congratulations, Celery. I'm just wondering, how confident did you feel in both of these games after the draft? Did you think that you outdrafted them, or was it 50-50, like outdraft plus outplay? What happened there?
I feel like we almost always think we outdraft them, but then we lose. So like, probably not true, but we felt good today. So.
Yeah, whose idea was it, the heart on the Lifestealer? Was it purely your carry players? Did you give some input, or?
Yeah, Shed has his tricks.
So it's his tricks. It's
his tricks.
His ideas. All right, I see.
He stole the tricks.
Yeah, where are you guys at? Are you guys boot camping? You're playing from home?
Just playing from home. Boot camping is not possible right now, but in the future again.
So
do you watch other regions, like anything else, or you just focused on the Euro because we can't travel and you're just playing besides EU and CIS region?
I like watching China quite a bit. China and
yeah,
SEA.
thought about it.
It's also easy to watch. Like I haven't seen a lot of NA because it's just late. I sleep at that time.
So do you get any ideas from them and you try to implement them in your own drafts? Like I've seen China, like they're doing pretty good with X Hero. Like we should try to do it ourselves.
I have no idea. I don't make the drafting decision. Just
Okay.
playing.
I see. I want to ask about Netherlands Dota a little bit. One of the more underrepresented countries on the pro scene. Any thoughts why that is? Why isn't Dota more popular in the Netherlands?
I mean, I think it's the same in most countries in Europe where League is more prevalent than Dota.
Mm.
I think that's the main reason. And there's a lot of casuals playing, but you don't notice them. So,
Gotcha.
you
and-
want an honest answer or not? What can I say?
We're having some technical issues right now.
And you've been playing with Shad for a pretty long time, right? You guys have known each other like predating Viking GG, if I'm not mistaken, or so I've heard.
Yeah, that's correct.
So how long have you guys been playing together? Were you like friends that grew up together and you've been playing games for a lot of years, or did you meet each other through Dota?
No, I met him through Dota. Like Adam said in the last interview, we're playing for about 1.5 years now. It was Adam that introduced me to Shad. So I got to know him through that. Through Adam, good guy.
Very cool. And up next, who do you guys face? I had it and it just closed.
It's a good question.
I've got the schedule for you right here. Coming up, I think you have a long break. You're up against the Mud Golems, November 19th. That should be a very exciting matchup. You guys feeling prepared for that?
Yep, very hyped. They're magic immune. We'll have to see what to do against that.
Very good. I'm sure you guys will figure it out. Maybe a Basher and Abyssal Blade, something like that. Solari, we'll let you get out of here and move on to our next series. Thanks for a few minutes of your time, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so we have another series, boys, and unlike tomorrow, I think unlike yesterday, I think we're a little bit ahead of schedule now. Correct? Nigma versus Mud Golems up next, and that's scheduled to start in about 40 minutes. Production, can we get a confirmation that we don't have any board games today? Okay, good. So we're going to take a 40-minute break or so, and then we're going to bring it on back for Nigma versus Mud Golems. Lacoste, Lizard, anything else you wanted to add about that secret Viking series before we wrap it up? Or anything else at all for that matter? We got plenty of time, so...
No, for me, it's just very interesting to watch Solari and the boys grow. Like, 8 months ago, when they were coming into these games versus Secret, you're kind of going 90% Secret, 10% on them, right? When it comes to analysis, when you look at drafts. But right now, you know who Viking are, and they're these boys that, like, man, that came out of nowhere as a team that didn't get this tier 1 captain and still made it. That's actually a different story in Dota that we don't really see often. When was it the last time? Was it at Finem, right? Or maybe alternate attacks, perhaps? That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Viking are in a spot right now where like richer organization might try to buy certain people out, but I hope it doesn't happen. They just stick together, and I hope they just say no. Like, we don't need you, we don't need your money. Like, we're just gonna beat you. That's the mentality that I want to hear from Viking right now. And I don't know. I would just feel very sad if they lose like one of the players.
Yeah, I mean, at this rate, if they keep it up and keep putting up results and 2-0ing teams like Secret, they might be able to find some sponsors, and then they don't need another org Lacoste. They can pay themselves. They'll be in control of all of it. Well, them and a coach Immortal Faith, I guess.
There's definitely a lot of synergy between them, and like Lacoste said, I'd love to see just how far they can get. It's not something that I've seen. Like at Finem alternate attacks, they were good, but it was like they show up once and then they fall off and they don't show up for like 3-4 months. Viking, they've been playing good teams and good tournaments for the whole year now, and they've proven themselves. So I just want to see how far they can get.
All right. Well, very nice. Looking forward to seeing them again. We're going to move into our break now and come back. So go get some food, top off that beverage, and then we've got a primetime Dota 2 match coming for you in 45 minutes. See you then.
These feelings are waiting for you to come back. feelings are waiting for you to explore again once the world is ready. Until we meet again. Amazing Thailand.
Hey, y'all, welcome back. We've got our final series of the day, and it's going to be a good one. The return of Kuroki, Team Liquid versus the Mud Golems. If you somehow haven't seen the Mud Golems yet, well, prepare to be impressed. They've looked good. They've picked a lot of Viper. They are not afraid to get dirty, and they are ready to challenge Nigma in this big matchup. Welcome back, Lacoste and Lizard. I'm excited for this series. I hope you can tell.
Yep, like there's a lot to be excited about. Lacoste has coached a couple of these players. I played with them as well. They're facing Enigma that didn't play with with Kuroki. I almost said coach for a really long time. It's been what 5 months, I believe, since I think it was beyond Epic the last time that he played in the grand finals versus Secret. Yeah, so interesting to see how they will fare again with Kuro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna miss Super Rudy. I'm gonna miss our man, but Kuro, the boss, baby, he's back, and I want to see what he's gonna, pick for himself. There it is, a little blue crown near his name, which means that he is the one
Beautiful.
captaining the team once again. Good to see him back in the action.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Lizard, I had kind of forgotten that you had played with the Mud Golem guys. All of them, or how many? What's the
No,
exact
no.
relationship?
I I played with Milan a long time ago when I started playing, and I played with Burania a few years ago as well in some teams. I think Lacoste, you coached them, right? Did you coach both of them or just one?
No, just Milan for
Yeah.
a shorter period of time. I
Okay.
saw a lot of potential in Milan. Rest of the team was not so good, not willing to cooperate, but good to see my boy Milan back in the action, back at the top, and Barania as well. I think everyone has been impressed the way he,
Mm.
just dumpsters the mid lane, continued to dominate out of the laning stage. Like he's Lena is definitely one of the heroes that they need to look out for. All right, seems like Nigma, they
Okay.
were ready for this. Mud
They
Golems,
did.
whenever they can, they will pick IO and instant AA just to counter it.
So one thing that you can do when you're not playing Dota and on rest is watch Dota. And to me, this screams Kuro has been watching these games going, healing is broken, Chen is destroying these games. Why is no one picking Ancient Apparition? And here it is. Boys, take the Wisp. We've got a solution. And wow, what a
Standard
surprise.
stuff.
It's
I mean,
Viper.
They're not messing around. They're picking it fast. They know how to. This is just straight up counter picking. IO, we're going to get AA. There's Spectre, Viper available. We're going to get that with the break mechanic. Some simple stuff coming out from Nigma. Viper, whether it's off lane, whether it's a mid lane, you can get that road of 8,000. Just keep Spectre inside. Also great against the IO, and also good setup for AA's Blast.
Yep. And this is some next level drafting as well. Obviously, A versus Wisp is simple, but why Spectre second pick, right? You don't really want to give away the Ancient Apparition plus Spectre combo. The global potential is really there. Plus, you have plus it's just strong versus Wisp, right?
Yeah.
So you snatch it, but then like you saw, Viper instantly picked up. Now, one problem that Viper can have is his low mobility, and just if he falls off in the mid game, he can sometimes just pose a non-threat to Spectre if she gets that BKB early on. So that's something that they have to be a little bit careful about.
Definitely.
The Batrider banned out, the PA on the other side. I think if you're Enigma, you're just covering this Viper pick at the moment a little bit on the mid lane, and just you want to have him the strongest hero in the mid game. You want the whole game to revolve around him.
Right. The other solution we saw in the Secret Mud Golem series, it was the Puppy Magnus against the 33 Viper, and he was able to shut him down pretty effectively with the repositioning tools of Skewer, but obviously Magnus banned out here, so that makes that Viper a little bit more appealing for Nigma.
You would definitely not expect, Mag 5 to kind of be able to counter Viper in the laning stage. It's ridiculous. Like all these repositioning tools, one of the reasons why Tiny was so popular like a month, 2 months ago, where you always have that one guy who can turn things around if things are not going well for you, toss back to the tier 4 towers, maybe one 4 staff. It's one of those mechanics in Dota that is always going to be good.
Position 5 Magnus isn't really a joke anymore, right? That hero on the safe lane.
We've seen multiple teams do it. Yeah. Well,
this
now
draft
from Spirit.
Yeah, this draft from Nigma is like, you need to buy a BKB instantly. Like first item, forget the boots, whatever. This is just so much magic damage coming from them. They have to find some magic immunity against it.
Absolutely. Now, what do we pair with this global presence of the Io Spectre? What do we have left that even fits the bill for that? I guess Nature's Prophet comes to mind.
Zeus, Nature's Prophet, and some Spirit Breaker to charge across the map. They probably won't do that.
You need stuns. You need setup for Io's relocate. This is lane. Like Io Spectre, most likely they can swap things around, pair up Io with the offlaner, but I think in this case you just want to secure Spectre's lane, and I think you need 33's hero. For some reason, I'm thinking, Night Stalker just pops straight into my head for unknown reason. You cut into backlines, you find this AA before he can get any of the spells off. Great against Viper, usually not the hero that, loves to rush a BKB, but another saving support. So they need low cooldown stun coming up from the offlane. Like you need something like a Sand King, possibly a Centaur, because Oracle IO very punishable.
We've seen this kind of combo with the Undying mostly, right? Undying plus Wisp, the double heal, and then you make that unkillable position 1. The Oracle, a little bit different, but obviously what they preferred because the Undying is available.
Yeah, the
little light on control.
Counter to all the magic stuff that Nigma has right now.
True.
Yeah.
True.
You have the Purge, you have the False Promise. That's really good. 2 heroes that save each other, but you're in this position in which you've shown 3 of your heroes and you have no stuns. Lacoste said, Sand King, something like that would be decent. A Beastmaster is also one of those heroes that's extremely good versus Ancient Apparition in the laning stage and afterwards. Maybe they can go for that. Oracle as well is a hero that helps him out a little bit in the mid game because you want to be very, very snowbally. But Mud Golems, they
there
go
you
with
go.
the AM.
No stuns. What do? You take an anti-mage. I love it.
This is a great response. I think it's a good Sanking game because of the caustic. You need hero that, or dual, may possibly a good laner, someone like LC who doesn't rely on mana to put some pressure. But it could be difficult. I think one of these two, I think Mud Golems already put themselves in a very bad position, just revealing Oracle and Io, and also a carry with no silences, no stuns. So this is going to get punished. And we can already see Anti-Mage being picked in the second stage, which is kind of unusual.
My problem with the Sand King is you're picking it into Anti-Mage, right? Let's see. They go with the LC. The other call was very solid, yeah. Sand King gets dominated by AM, so that's kind of hard, but Legion in this lane works really well. Versus Ancient Apparition as well. You have that Purge, so it's pretty solid. You also have the Relocate, right now. You have the Legion plus Wisp, which is a strong lane. You have the Spectre Haunt together with the Relocate on the dual target. Suddenly, a whole squad can assemble on one single dueled out enemy hero. So that's nice. But
do you like this more than the Beastmaster for Mud Golems? I don't know. I totally get the press the attack is another nice tool, but you're like really all in on duel right now. We need some serious duels and like the entire game, huh?
The thing about it is difference between Beastmaster and Legion Commander, because if you can use third ability from AM, like you're gonna get thrown, but against the duel, you're still gonna get that duel off and will have the
Okay.
lockdown.
Okay, that's a fair point. I guess I was also factoring in the vision of the Hawk with Wisp. We've often complimented how good that is, so Wisp can get better relocates.
But still, though, the damage from Mud Golems is lacking in the mid game, and this last hero really has to deal with that. They need. I believe this last pick is for Borania, and Lina has been banned out for him, which I believe would be a pretty solid pick versus Viper. Yeah, struggles maybe a little bit later on versus AM, unless you catch him and you just kill him with one Laguna.
And it could still be offlane Viper too. Maybe less likely, but there's certainly a chance.
Yeah, that's the thing is, when you see Viper in a draft, you have to address it. So they don't really have that option. They have to be thinking about Viper being mid lane and thinking about what hero they can draft against it, even though it might not be.
I think it would be a good DK game as well for the mid lane, but then again, you have break mechanic coming out from Viper. It's a tough one. Like this Viper pick, kind of shutting them down, and the AA Viper Earth Spirit, they can make a lot +1, of course, that they're gonna pick. They can create a lot of space for AM. Just play as 4 until AM comes online.
All right, Lacoste. How about the Leshrac from Mud Golems? How do you feel about that this game?
Love it. I just love Leshrac as a hero. Allows them to, put some pressure on the towers, better laning than Dragonite against Viper. They go with the Nature's Prophet. They targeted Borania heavily. Like, look at the bans. 4 last bans, just Borania heroes.
And the Bat Rider could be him as well, right? Like even 5. It's just eliminating him completely. Nature's Prophet, then again, is a Viper answer in the laning stage. You can deal with him because of your treants. You can out CS him and just maneuver around with all those summons. But he won't get that, and they will not be allowed to have another global hero.
Yeah.
What remains, though? I'm thinking maybe Wind Ranger. It is a Viper hero that, a hero that dominates Viper, but it's
Puck. That's at least a leash for the anti-mage?
Oh, not into Viper. It's
not into Viper.
Feels very bad.
Everything feels bad in the Viper, man.
Like, what's left? Void Spirits left in the
Ember.
pool.
Void.
Let's see. They go with the Wind Ranger. The problem for this pick, however, is that as you called it, this could easily be Viper Earth Spirit offlane, and then they last pick a hero versus Wind Ranger. That could be problematic.
And that's a good offlane too. Viper, Earth Spirit, you can pressure pretty hard even against all this healing. That sounds okay.
Might not be that great versus Oracle though. That's something that they've got going for them.
What is the ideal choice against Wind Ranger mid?
I think you just get Viper. You don't necessarily need to get an offlane.
Yeah, so Viper. Viper's good.
You adjust your skill build. You go for Nether Toxin and put 1 point in your queue just for some harassment when the wind run is not up. And farm the jungle, farm the lane.
Tie Hunter here then, if they want a 3?
No, I would not like Tide because of the Legion Commander. You have this guaranteed lockdown for him, and Wind Ranger can just dish him out some serious amount of damage. But this is a better choice. Better laner, allows Earth Spirit to move around the map, put some pressure on the mid and on the bottom lane, secure AM's lane. I love it. I think Nigma really outdrafted them.
Yeah, and it's going to be Mind Control playing the Timbers, so it will be the offlane. Like you said, you can leave him alone on this lane. After level 3, he's unkillable, basically, unless they rotate a hero or 2. So allows GH to rotate towards mid, help out with Borania, who should be winning the mid lane versus V. And that's really where the game is made or broken down for Mud Golems, I think.
I'd say so. I think this Timber pick is much more mobile than what I suggested, and that really helps make up for the lack of mobility in the Viper and Ancient Apparition, who's obviously going to be in the back line more often than not. I'm inclined to agree. I like this Nigma draft. I'm excited to see this Ancient Apparition because we talked about it in theory, but haven't seen any teams play it. Couple of bans in the first few days of the group stage, so we'll see what the debut looks like in the hands of Kuroki. Nonetheless, 2 great commentators coming for you, though. We got Lyrical, we got Trent. Gentlemen, curious to hear your thoughts on this draft.
Oh, thank you so much, Ori, and the wonderful panel out there. I know, Trent, everybody's excited. Curl's back. He's playing AA again. How you feeling?
It's time. Yeah, the Crow AA is a bit of a classic, right? I always he's like the first player I think of when I consider how AA is brought into pro matches, because one of the main criticisms of the hero in the past was struggling to lane that well. Since then, though, the hero has received quite a few changes, right? It used to be you could only really try lane because of the old version of Chilling Touch, but now that you
Oh,
have just
God.
this like active, right? You're a lot more aggressive in the lane.
I completely forgot about the old Chilling Touch where you just like make everybody have cold hands for a little bit. You start trying to
That
punch
was a
people in the
fun one.
face.
Yeah,
It was-
so I mean,
it was
the
a weird
reason
one.
why Liquid, when they were Liquid, then were able to make it work is because they tended to give a lot more space to Crow on the hero. They would always pick someone who could like jungle on the earlier end. So it's kind of interesting now that it's the opposite. And I used to think of like the Troll or something all the time whenever they would try and grab it, or maybe a Sven or something. But maybe a little bit more babysitting now for Crow as he looks to get those levels stacked up. But I like the general concept of just like how well heals have been doing so far in this tournament. Makes sense that AA should be a pretty good hero.
Yeah, just get rid of all those heals. Screw it. It's not going to be here anymore. Man, every time I hear that nightmare noises, by the way, it just freaks me out a little bit. Just a tiny little bit.
Like you're missing the Bane in the game or something?
A little bit, right? It feels like it should have it. So yeah, there's a couple of interesting storylines going on here as well. I think the biggest one that we sort of alluded to, Kuro coming back, but Mud Golems and kind of the rise of this new iteration of like tier 2 Dota that is coming out of the EU region. They've been playing against some of the best teams in the world for a long time, and we just saw what happened in the last series. Viking GG versus Secret. Spoiler alert. 2-0, not the way that you would have thought about it. And this is one of the original teams that was doing it, now playing against what everybody thinks is one of the big bad boys out of EU, and definitely is one of the strongest teams in the world. But how well are Mud Golems going to stand up against them at full strength? I'm really excited to watch it. I think that there's going to be a lot that we can learn about through seeing this whole league develop over the next little bit.
Yeah, it brings me back to like 2013, 2014 era where we had just like nonstop online games. This Milan finds my control just like juggling down here, cutting his way through as the Timbersaw with the Quelling Blade, probably trying to hide their lane matchups, which of course have now been discovered. But either way, back in those days, we had lots of online matches all the time, and you would have these big upsets, and then the reality would set in once the LAN came, and it's like, oh, okay, well, here are all the top teams, and these online teams that, like Power Rangers was like the biggest one of the day, where they would constantly take games off of top teams but never really make it to big LANs.
Right.
Now you have no LANs. So you can kind of get that confidence. You have like more time to build it, as teams like Mud Golems and Viking, of course, who've just been grinding out like crazy during COVID. There's no LAN for these tier 1 teams to try and put these guys in their place.
Totally. And now they got to do it on their terms a little bit. Also, taking a look here at the mid matchup, you can see Weeha got his Wind Ranger stolen away from him. It's going to be played by somebody else this time around. But Viper, definitely one of the more annoying ones. It actually looks like a Batrider.
The turtle, you mean?
Exactly.
Fly. I love this.
Yeah.
I always knew that we needed a turtle hero.
Oh
I
my
wasn't
God.
expecting it to be Viper, though.
Are they switching things up here? I think Miracle is running to the top lane.
Yeah.
Okay, so that find down there by Milan that you were talking about of finding the Timbersaw, it's completely screwed up the laning matchups. And Miracle is running at level 1 as an anti-mage from the bottom to the top lane. Holy crap, this is crazy.
It's okay. Like, GH is holding the wave. He's taking some heat. He's like barely even going to miss anything. It's really weird to watch, but at the same time, when you just like do it, when you do it right and you do it like with the timing of the waves and stuff, it's like he missed like 1 creep,
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
That's nuts. Well, if he's able to get this working and it sets him up to have a better lane, it's totally worth it. This does mean that now it's solo Fata in the top lane. He's getting just completely bulldogged by these 3 heroes. And he's going to get out. He manages to escape. They're going to bring the Legion up top, and they have the same bad matchup again.
Yeah, and they missed a bunch of creeps as they were trying to chase after the Oracle, and some of them were dying to this Hellbear camp. And oh, the steal from 3-3 with the overrolling odds. Very nice.
Unreal.
Hellbear.
So what's this final setup going to be? I mean, they get 3-3 here. This is going to be a nice kickoff if they can get him. He's going to run down to the south. That lets him escape for the moment, but Miracle's still able to draw first blood. So
And yeah, so AA's back is in the tri lane. That's that's the end result, right? I mean, that's part of the value of getting this Timbersaw. I was talking about like, yeah, maybe the AA gets a little bit of space, but In this case, the AA will have an actual kill threat because of double supports in the lane as Fada should get out of the cold feet. Oh, Courier first trouble. Oh, I couldn't get it.
Oh man, that would have been nice. Yeah, really weird start to this game now, though. Like you're talking about, I guess the end result is still Skitter having a good time. Timber seems to be doing okay. Mid matchup, I mean, it's whatever. It looks like Weeha's having a slightly better time of it, but the sort of how the Legion's going to do and how the Anti-Mage is going to go, this is where most of the action's happening.
Oh yeah, Brandon just got caught there pretty bad. Like at the end of a wind run, if the Viper's able to hit you like that, you're in trouble. So
Right.
just forced to TP out. It's okay though. Bottle up, run back on. We won't miss too much.
Yeah. So Wind Ranger coming back in the lane, like you said. And so far, it definitely has been the story of just Spectre kind of being the only one that's having a good lane so far. For Mud Golems at the very least. Legion kind of was pushed back. Does have a wave coming into her now, so that's going to help a little bit. But yeah, Spectre
Really
a little
good
bit
pulls here though. Like trying to keep this wave pushing into the Dire Tower. I feel like they're consistently getting over to this hard camp.
Yeah. Miracle, they're able to get that last hit and then pull it back over to the side. And bottom lane, you can see Mind Control and Skitter keeping things really close to that tower. It feels like level 6 is going to be the point when he can maybe start to put some pressure onto Skitter.
Wow, this is quite the roll in mid.
Wow.
Didn't even need to connect with it. Just needed the distance to make sure he got the kick after. Again, just another punish. Like, Wind Ranger has been a hero versus Viper in the mid before, but it's not like a true hard counter or anything like that. It's more like, you know, you probably shouldn't die unless you get a little bit greedy.
Right.
Then again, when it's when you consider something like that with like the Earth Spear coming through, that's not really something you can account for.
And if there's one player in Dota 2 that knows Wind Ranger and how to play against it, it's probably Weeha.
That's true.
Who's able to, again, force
He
back.
also had this ward the entire time from his side too, right? Didn't get denied, and just I saw several times that was just really helping to abuse the Wind Ranger, especially right when you're ending those wind runs, right? Like knowing those timings. So Barania just heading towards the top bounty rune. Looks like MC is gonna secure that bottom one of the river, and we'll just go 2 for 2.
Easy trade-off there. Does have a soul ring that's going to be brought out in just a second for the Timber. Meanwhile, Skitter pulling the wave back over to the other creeps. That way we'll push in. And hopefully we'll get a double wave underneath the tower there before Mind Control gets level 6. As the roll in up top tries to find an opening, Milan's going to be able to tether back afterwards. 2-3-3, and he's taking a lot of damage. Press the attack to turn this back around. Not bad at all. Afterwards, popping that overcharge to increase the right-click damage coming out. And this tri-lane versus tri-lane, it kind of evened up a little bit for Mud Golems, it feels like.
Every coin helps.
Yeah, but at the same time, the lanes are going extremely well for Nigma at the moment. I would be very happy if I was on their team. They're kind of winning all 3 lanes. Like I guess the Spectre's ahead of the Timber, but I mean, I'm looking down here and I'm just thinking like, oh, this life does not look that great for Spectre. Like I'm constantly scared. Like what happens when MC hits 6?
Mid, it looks like they're going to be able to find the finish almost. Oh, gets down to 75 HP.
And GH gets an invis. It was scared though. Okay.
Yeah. So they'll know about this. There's also that sentry ward back in the area too, so they'll see if he doesn't show up again and maybe anticipate that he's over in this area. But well, we'll see. He can kick Borny if he wants to. Looks like he's just going to chill for the moment.
It's like, what do I do? Is he gonna get this courier?
Oh, it'd be nice.
It's always hard to tell with like the melee bonus down to the flying how many it's gonna take.
You got the boots though. Pure victories.
Yeah, just need a few more bracers or something there on the spirit.
Nice juke back. Still gets hit by the Viper Strike. Damage coming through. Does have no more earn charges. Haunt afterwards. Actually going to be used to try and bring down the Viper. Broken and going to die. Nice usage of that haunt.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. It's not often that you get the haunt for killing the enemy mid. Unfortunately, Fada got the grab. They'll take it nonetheless, as his rotation also means that Barania doesn't have to go home. He heads into the jungle. And they will, of course, punish this, though, as Miracle gets the kill with just Kuro. Okay, Kuro actually in the final hit.
Dude, Kuro's back. He's here. I've just been waiting for him to do something good, and then I could just say it. This mid lane, they're going to go onto the Spectre, and Skitter takes all of those debuffs off of him. Milan's still being chased down. Only level 5 on this Wind Ranger. It's looking like it's not going to be enough, and they will kill off Milan. Yeah, Weehaw is really hard to deal with right now.
I think they have some problems here because they've also now ignored the Timber, right? The Spectre
Right.
left on that rotation. It was great that Spectre was able to get out and get that kill, but now MC is just pushing this tower. He is level 7, has a Soul Ring. He's going to have Arcanes pretty soon. And I would not want to be the one to come down here and contest him. The roll not going to connect. They have the Viper Strike coming, though.
Run
Go,
away.
Weehaw.
Skitter in some trouble. Okay. Got a lot of saves. Take everything off. It's just not
I
nearly
didn't
enough.
even see the animation for that, did you?
No, I didn't.
There was just nothing. He just vanished.
Too many ultis on him. Yeah, they're making sure that one hero who's had a good lane is now not having a good time. Well, and as you said, Mind Control left alone to his own devices down bottom. 4 points up in reactive. He's just going to take the tower. And there isn't really a great answer to this. I mean, he can kind of just go to another lane if he wants to and do it again.
Yeah, I think mid just seems like the goal, right? If you can take down this mid tower and then you can chip away up top, so taking over that jungle, life sounds pretty good to me. On the other hand, he can also just like glue himself to the Spectre.
Yeah. Well, and that's always an interesting question as well. As we see 3-3 try and chase down GH up on the top side. Body blocks coming in as well, and they don't quite have duels, so will they be able to finish off the job? It looks like they will. Press the attack, chase down.
No.
Miracle's coming up, though. The kickback, and he's in trouble now. 3-3 forced to run away, but being slowed down. Oh, the poison attack is so much damage. Incredibly annoying, and 3-3. He's just going to drop.
Milan's still there as well. Miracle's not done. The roll through GH.
Oh,
You save my life, but I'll provide more kills. That's the spree now, as Miracle is 3-0-3 at 10 minutes.
Yeah, man, this is looking kind of rough.
Now MC's mid, chilling, hitting a tower. He's like, that's cool. It's a Wind Ranger. I got 34 armor right now. I don't know if you noticed.
Well, it's not only a Wind Ranger, it's a Wind Ranger with like a null tally and brown boots.
And no shackle. So it's like, do not fear, you know.
Did just get a javelin delivered, but like, yeah, this is a rough one right now. 2,000 gold lead at 10 minutes.
I would love to see some mega RNG on this focus fire with the javelin. That's every hit,
every single one. Yeah, I mean it. Even if it was every single one, I don't know if that would be enough to get the kill. To be honest.
Yeah, we got some issues. Now the catapult arrives. Just they've been waiting for. Do they have any way to deal with this catapult? I don't think they do.
No, that's a good point.
Has just got this. Yeah, where's Marana when you need her?
Yeah, need to get that one banned out. Gonna throw the A blast afterwards. Just keeping pressure on this whole area. They're gonna glyph it, and you can tell he wants to go for the deny. But as soon as Weehaw moves over, he doesn't even have Atos yet. Atos is gonna be coming out in a second. This doesn't get better.
No. This reminds me of the OG game. Now, mind you, they did eventually lose that game when Seb was playing the Timber, when they had the PA rapier comeback that you slept through. But sorry, I had to get in there. Basically, since you were asleep and didn't see it, what happened is that Seb on the Timbersaw was controlling the entire game from there.
Right.
He just basically ran around this part of the map, made it so they couldn't even farm their jungle, and severely hampered their efforts. Mind you, while I'm discussing all that, they also just relocated and killed Miracle. So you know what? GG, I guess.
GG.
Yeah, that's it.
True.
They got him. He took 679 damage from neutral, so they had a ward while he was doing Ancients or something, I guess?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Recognizing the danger there and able to take him down. You need a couple more of those, but it's a good start. Espada here is going to be chased down and going to be killed off. More urn charges for the Earth Spirit. Yeah, I think the difference between that game, one of them is that, as you mentioned, I'm here, and then the second is that there's no PA, and there's no, like, Rapier is not really in Skitter's wheelhouse right now, I don't think.
No, not a very popular Spectre item, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of Spectre items, like, the life of the Spectre this game isn't particularly great.
Ooh, could press the attack. That's enough actually to keep him alive. So Wind Ranger able to survive through that one. I mean, it's just so hard. Everywhere you look, there's pressure being applied by Enigma, and like, I guess you kind of just need to hope for an overextension.
Yeah, or some like dual kills start stacking up here pretty soon.
Right.
I mean, what level is power shot? Level 4, focus fire, the javelin. I mean, MC's pretty deep. Like, I feel like you kind of have to punish this, but unfortunately, there's just way too many radiant heroes, and that was almost a really good bait because they had a ward up there, but Weehaw was still smoked. So good call by Mud Golem, just not completely trusting their vision there.
Yeah, that would have been good. Well, 13 minutes in, 3,000 gold lead. They're going to de-ward that ward you were just talking about. Actually, they left one of it up there. As Skitter is trying to cut the wave.
Sentry only see the Sentry? You see
That's
how Sentry's
insane.
off to the left?
Oh my god, that's insane.
And it splits right next to the obs. That was very unfortunate.
That's kind of crazy. Yeah, so that's
Meanwhile,
gonna stay up there.
I guess MLP wants to like watch actual heroes and stuff. Whatever. Roll misses Milan.
Damn.
Oh!
My god. Dude, I think he got rooted at the tower. He was deep into the tier 2. What?
That was really weird looking. It even made like the little image.
Yeah. Well, regardless, 4,000 gold lead. It continues to be accentuated here as Skitter is going to try and clear through these ancients and the stack up on the hard camp, but he needs so much more. I guess they do have double blade mail, which is kind of neat against like an anti-mage.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised it's only a 3k lead, to be honest. It feels worse than that just watching this game. It feels like all I see Mud Golems do is play like in this little box. Like, how are they this far behind when they basically can't leave there, you know?
Yeah.
Apparently in Canada our boxes are round, but
it explains everything.
Yeah.
All makes sense now. That's
I bag the milk.
Oh god, I forgot about that. It just sounds bad.
Smoke out. Unfortunately, they're just everything's like a little too slow, right? They're like trying to get out for like the bounty run timings, maybe go for a duel, but it gets delayed. So now they just get no bounties.
It's true.
Womp,
They
womp,
are
womp.
at least gonna get some vision down to like protect this jungle hypothetically, and like they're gonna get a little bit of extra farm around the map. They definitely need it. But as you mentioned, it's just like it feels like there's no real opening for them anywhere else. Every time they head out one direction, like the other side gets shut down a little bit. Now, Mind Control pushing in with this giant wave and a catapult mid.
Has there been a shackle this game? Like legitimately, I actually haven't seen one.
No, I don't think there has. You're right.
Kind of funny. Just like I don't know, no real chance though. Like what's he gonna do? Hey, here it is. Aha!
Oh, and he hits it 100% success rate. Jump in, A blast afterwards, and you get the kill. Okay, magnetized onto literally everybody. Tons of magical damage. Can they bring GH down? It looks like they will. Miracle in the meantime jumps in. Mind Control trying to play cleanup duty. Everybody's getting out of there. All of the heals. Apparently healing is still broken in Dota 2 as Mind Control is going to be chased down a little bit.
100%.
Shackle. He's literally unstoppable with these shackles. But will they be able to get him down the rest of the way? The chase is coming, but it's not going to be quite enough lockdown.
And that's what's so impressive is that usually, you know, maybe you panic a little bit. I would have panicked more than these guys. But how did it just become a 5k lead when they just got 2 kills?
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought we were winning now. I mean, a little upset about Mud Golems. They're just still farming everywhere on this map.
Yeah, like I think part of the reason is because Miracle got his Battle Fury is the other thing. Is Milana's going to go down to Mind Control, just a quick, swift jump through there. And showing the power of the Atos.
Yeah, man. Atos into roll, into Nether Toxin. That one hurts. 3 for 3, baby. Another shackle.
Easy.
At least they'll get one thing out of this game. I believe in you.
If he can finish it with 100% win rate on the shackles, then I think they win the game.
Someone has the GG tree. Oh, Io has it. I thought you got to give that. Well, maybe he's going to make the big micro plays, right? He throws the tree behind the shackle. Timber's got to be wanting one too, right? Oh, wait, and Earth Spirit. Wait, Viper has the other one. Guys, hand the trees over to your tree heroes.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Help
That
your
seems
Wind Ranger
silly.
and your Timber. Where are the big plays?
Weeha's like, listen, I need these 6 stats. You take the 5 stats of the Ocean Heart, okay?
Yeah. You don't need bonus damage.
Literally.
Mobility.
Oh. All right. Well, the lead continues to grow. We're about 1,000 gold away from getting a Manta done on Spectre. And I was surprised at how effective they were able to sort of take that fight on Mud Golems. They blew the crap out of the Viper.
Yeah, they waited a pretty long time before they finally went for their engagement, right? And then they actually get the shackle into just blowing everything they have. So that's good. But prolonged fights probably aren't going to work out as well.
Okay, Kuro throws out the A blast.
GH with
Skitter
a
trying to back
save.
away. Getting the duel down. Is it going to be enough damage? They get saved there by Fada. Fada trying to back away. Miracle almost gets the finish onto him, but not quite. So they will blow up the Io. Fata still being chased down here, and I think he's likely to go down, but no, not quite actually. And instead, it's GH who gets dropped very low.
Counts.
Shackle again lands, and Focus Find Miracle. He doesn't have nearly enough damage. I got to run away. But still, trade-off of supports for support.
I didn't watch them the whole fight. I'm just going to assume we still have 100% success rate.
He got it.
I haven't seen a missed one yet.
First, we go from not seeing one to not seeing one missed.
Boom.
If you're going to do it right.
Unfortunately, the number's still not swinging very far into their favor. Nice play again by GH to roll in there, get the kickback onto Kuro. Sure, he eventually went down, but I mean, he's going in there for the damage points anyway.
Right.
But yes, Miracle is still hitting the creeps. And that, oh man, that graph is spooky. It's just going up.
And I mean, you sort of have this like dual healer things into AA, which sort of tells me that you need a lot out of these other heroes. We saw a cool combo there, which was like the Ice Blast, and then it didn't matter because they just like false promise with the duel going on. But I don't know, it's weird.
That's another big item though. The MKB, the rush into the massive damage, despite only being lowest on the charts with a duel, they can get a ton of damage into someone here. It is level 12 as well, so only 40% reduction on the ulti.
Smoke up.
Weehaw could go down.
Finds him right at the start. Han in afterwards, trying to bring him down. Gets the kill. Another Shackle's going to land. And Ice Blast also coming through. Fornia is going to drop. No chance to keep him alive. Afterwards, GH finds the 2 squishy supports in the back line, trying to keep him alive. It is not going to happen as Fada will also drop. Double kill for Miracle. And the third is down, likely. Ooh, good blink back, 3-3.
Not quite. Nice, nice.
I like the jump away, but I mean, that just means they're getting Roche now.
Yeah. I mean, it was cute though. So again, another worthy sacrifice from Weehaw. He lost a startling 72 gold. Probably just gonna break his items now at this point, I guess. As they took another 700 gold-ish victory, 1400 XP. But like you just said, most importantly, the Roche, it gets scanned. It does not matter.
They don't really have any great way to stop this from happening. They're starting to get a couple of these items online, like we talked about. Manta, Blade Mail. We've got Blink Blade Mail, MKB. Or he's still very far. I like the decision for him to go for that instead of the BKB he had queued up. I think that's the right play.
Mm-hmm.
But Santi Mage is still unanswered right now.
I think MC's build is really good this game. The Arcane Soul Ring into the Hood and the Greaves.
Oh, in WoW. Controlling Timbersaw, but
that was
broken.
just not happening.
Saved at the last second.
Jackal?
Now trying to bring down the Viper. Good disarm though afterwards, and takes down that Wind Ranger. So freaking squishy. And now broken. Spectre nowhere left to go. There's no supports there to help
Malon's
him.
coming.
They will. Oh no, the relocate out. They get him away. Okay. Well, that's something at the very least. This 3-3 is going to try and run out of here. That does mean that Io is going to be brought back to death. But, they're able to salvage something out of that at least.
Yeah, thankfully Miracle didn't have Basher, or I'm pretty sure he would have just kept chasing right into their fountain. So to the high ground we go with a almost 4-minute window still left on this Aegis. It is terrifying times for Mud Golems. and I am not sure what you do right now. I mean, Blade Mail always becomes more effective the more firm they are.
Amazing.
So that part is going very well for the Spectre and the Legion because these guys have a lot of damage.
Yeah, got a ton. Oh no, they're rooted. Jump back and away, disarm, little chase down there with the focus fire, and now he's dead.
Yeah, but did he hit his shackle?
he did, right? Did he
I don't
throw
know.
it?
I wasn't sure.
I don't think he did. That's what you gotta call it at that point, right?
Yeah, I think that's GG.
Wow, impressive showing so far from Nigma. Well on their way to taking this game number 1. And the panel was pretty convinced this is what it was going to look like.
Oh, deny? Mon, nice.
Amazing.
It's all about the dignity.
Ooh, haunt. The rest of the team is far away. Okay.
Yeah, we just assume your Spectre player is lagging with that haunt. Is that? Did he mean to haunt there? Because you guys don't seem to be very close.
I looked at the other side. I was like, oh my God, they must be jumping on him over there. And they really weren't.
Someone had a screen freeze. Unfortunate.
Interesting. At least they're able to type. Yeah, that graph is pretty much what you're talking about. Not really much of a departure from what this whole game has looked like.
Oh, I'm scared. What is the 1%? Oh, 98%. So you guys can't see that over the mini map. 98% to 2%.
Yeah. And
is 2% generous? In 1 out of 50 games, would the Dire win this game?
You know, I think that it's a team by team basis, right? So the question really is like, is this the type of team that's going to be diving fountain? And I feel like probably not. You know, that's so I'd probably put it at 0%. But they're putting that in there.
0? Wow.
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett would not be impressed. Anything is possible, Lyrical. All right.
That's right.
Don't let your dreams die.
Good 08 meme right there,
Thank
by the
you.
way.
I try.
Yeah. I think that there's some people that weren't even alive that are watching this right now.
They're probably playing in this game. These damn youngsters in their Dota.
It's true. I got an up close view right there of the Viper set as well.
Yes. Don't forget to save the leather-packed sea turtle, everyone, or he'll come kill you in Dota.
He's terrifying. Whenever I see a turtle, I don't think scary. When I look at this thing, I'm very afraid. I'm shaking.
Have you ever run into a snapping turtle? Because they
No.
are very scary.
But they're
They're not
turtle.
snapping turtles?
How can a turtle be scary?
They're big and they yell at you.
They're friendly. A turtle
They are
has never
not
yelled
friendly.
at anybody. A turtle has never yelled at anybody ever.
Dude, they like look at you and they like kind of like kick the sand and stuff. They're mean.
That's called
I
walking.
can tell you've never
They-
encountered a snapping turtle.
They waddle around. They're all friendly.
No, they don't waddle, dude.
smile
They
at you.
charge.
Charge. You're making things up. I don't
No.
believe you at all.
There was a snapping turtle that was humongous on our little cottage site, and I tell you, this thing was angry. It was protecting a nest, so it was understandable, but it was humongous.
I'm pretty sure this is a dream you
It was
had.
2 feet long. No, I have pictures. I had
wanna
a
see these
2-foot
pictures.
square. I was doing carpentry.
Uh-oh.
Anyway,
Jump in. Who else can they find? Miracle, it's rooted and dueled. Okay, a chance, a hope, a dream. Can they do it? 100% shackle accuracy as Weeha is dropping to death. Can they bring him down in time? It does not look like it. It was only the Aegis. But there was a moment there where everybody believed.
thank you.
Nightmare
S-Class
noises.
timing. Oh,
A
no,
little
I'm
early.
not quite.
Would have been cool.
I appreciated the effort by Kuro.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's building an E-Blade, by the way? So, guys, don't end. I want my first game back to be really special.
It's true. What are the heroes that he still needs to play? Is it so like just techies at this point, or has he done them all?
I can't remember if he played. Yeah, he definitely played Arc Warden, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll check. I think we might have some time.
Easy. The nightmare noises are coming out right now as Skitter valiantly trying to hold on, trying to get into a butterfly. They've got the blink duel potential here from 3-3. But it's an impossibility, it feels like. The jump in, very, very low heal coming out from Milan. Ice Blast a little bit late, and they get the kill. They bring down the anti-mage. It has happened, but can they survive the secondary onslaught from the rest of these dudes? As Skitter is going to go down. They brought down 3 of them, but they did kill off the anti-mage.
Is that at the end of the chase, though? Fada, trying to keep something going here with Barania. It's a lot of damage.
It's true.
Maybe they can get a double shackle. According to my records here, it looks like it might just be Mars and Void Spirit.
Okay. Good things to know for the future. And, well, Fata is going to drop. The Yule Scepter is going to lift up Wind Ranger. Got himself caught and going to be killed. And that is all 5 in the grave. But now Io respawning, hoping to stop this onslaught, but it looks like it's going to be another set of wrecks. There still is a tier 2 tower up on the top side. They don't push the fastest without the anti-mage. I'm surprised they're sticking in this one.
Yeah, me too. I'm not sure why. I guess they're just maybe discussing, thinking about things for next game, talking about draft, what they like, what they don't like.
Good save there by Milan. He was out getting bounty runes on the other side of the map at the same time. As the jump through and the duel is there, Ice Blast again gonna land onto all of them, trying to salvage this. Skitter gets caught out. The heal is gonna be there at the end. Not sure if he got the timing right with the Ice Blast wearing off or not, and the false promise. It looks like it's not quite gonna be there for the heal, but it still wasn't enough to kill him.
And Miracle's back.
And he's ready to push. Nigma on their game back with their captain, looking to try and close this one out. 28-7 so far, 22,000 gold lead. And Mind Control just the one that's out there leading the way. They do have a Lincoln Sphere on a Miracle now as well. And jumps off to the side. Catches onto the Wind Ranger, saved for the moment by the Legion. Good Yule Scepter lift up to dodge that shackle, and well, there's the jump in, and now they found the Legion out of mana, out of time. He's gonna fall. They have magnetized onto the other 4 heroes. Miracle just turns from place to place to try and kill him off. He is getting brought down somewhat low. Everybody's kind of hurting right now, although it looks like they're gonna bring down Bornia. He will die, and trying to survive this one, it's not gonna happen. A buyback from the Oracle. Never give up, never surrender, Trent.
I thought Milan was going to the well for a second there, but he instead is trying to chase them.
Oh my god. And will eventually go down. And there's the GG. Let it never be said that they didn't try their hardest.
Oh man, they took this one right from the get-go and never really let them back in. Best moment for Mud Golems was probably the Haunt rotation mid. At a time where Spectre might have died to the Timber, but instead they turned that into kill on Weehawn. It's like, oh nice, we got something. But unfortunately, that was kind of the end of it. Like the Wind Ranger couldn't find kills, the Legion couldn't find kills, the Timber had a good lane, AM had a good lane, and Weehaw's lane was still completely fine too. So then you wound up in this situation where you either won every lane or traded even, and then they just sort of snowballed it through.
Fair enough. Well, as you can see, the store is smoked right now, apparently. But 9-2-10. The final score there for Miracle, who had a really good game. But for me, at least, it kind of felt like Mind Control setting the tempo down their bottom and kind of just keeping the constant pressure up was one of the stories to watch in this one.
At Kuro 5-0-18 on the game back. Pretty good stats of the E-Blade AA,
True.
Can't ask for much more. Also, shout out to GH on the big rolls. I think he played fantastic this game. Just another classic game where you're like, damn, all right, Earth Spirit's actually super good when he's set up for. And, the player is extremely good at it.
True. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a quick break, but when we get back, the panel is going to break down all the ins and outs of this Nigma versus Mud Golems game. We will be back in just a little bit for game number 2 as well. Stay tuned.
EGB, your esports betting world. The only place to find the widest choice of popular games and matches to win real money. Choose your bet on a single event or express of several matches with dizzy odds. Serving the market for 7 years with over 800,000 users. Join now to get your bonus for the first deposit up to $600. EGB, you know for sure who's gonna win.
got your own style, that's just slang for you, ain't got it though. Talking like you got it, that's a problem, I might let them know. Freeze you like I'm Elsa, so my let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Head to toe, said you got your own style, that's just slang for you, ain't got it though. Talking like you got it, that's a problem, I might let them know. Freeze you like I'm Elsa, so my let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Never know. Talking like Geronimo, get dropped down like some dominoes. Blues and greens and pinks, I got a lot of those. Yeah, you know. Talking slime, I can't relate to snakes, I see a lot of foes. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Head to toe. Said you got your own style, that's just slang for you, ain't got it though. Talking like you got it, that's a problem, I might let them know. Freeze you.
Hello there, Epic League watchers. Kuroki has returned, and he looks damn good. What a way to begin your reign of dominance back in Dota. Playing Ancient Apparition 5-0 and 18. Mind Control also going deathless that game. 6-0 and 15 on the Timbersaw. A great performance. A very one-sided game one here against Mud Golems, gentlemen.
Yeah, it was a 10th pick. Timbersaw kind of sealed the deal. 2 supports on side of Mud Golems with no aggressive moves. You can't make rotations, possibly, set things up with the duel and then relocate. But I was never a fan of these supports who can't do shit. I never will be. It's just, too passive Dota.
Yeah. Like when you look at their draft at the opening, you kind of see why they picked the heroes that they picked. But man, like he said, too passive Dota until that 16-minute mark when they had one good fight around the blade mails. If you have so much shield combined with Desolate, with Dispersion, with blade mails, it might work. But they just got out drafted hard, and that's why they ban out both the Viper and the Ancient Apparition in the second game. They picked their, I believe, highest win rate hero together with Viper, Void, Faceless Void. So that's nice.
Okay.
It's a small change.
The thing about the last game is Miracle's anti-mage, he's always very active. He was involved in 12 out of 18 kills, which is kind of impressive for AM. He does not need Manta style. He joins a lot of these fights with, just the Battle Fury, uses Mana Void, and then if they get one more kill, he keeps chasing, and that's how he plays. That's his style of playing AM, and I think it fits the team very well. Also, Barania was completely shut down on a mid lane by rotations from GH, and not just the rotations and the gameplay during the draft stage. They heavily targeted them in the last 2 stages of the bans.
Yeah, all the bans towards him. But why does GH harass him so much on the mid lane? That's because you have a Timbersaw on off lane, right? And no one can deal with
You
him.
need a lane.
Yeah, you can't lane against him, and he can stay solo. So GH is like, okay, you don't need me here. Let's make Burania's life even worse than it already is versus the Viper. So just an outdraft. Kuroki coming back in style.
And I think this was the first time I ever see 3 tier 1 towers gone in 10 minutes. That's
It's
something
impressive.
that just does not happen.
Yeah. Well, 2 good picks here. Obviously, a pairing for the Mud Golems. Faceless Void, Snapfire, Mortimer Kisses into Chrono. Great combo. And there's that Beastmaster we talked about in the last draft. Just great vision. BKB piercing ultimate. Amazing laner as well. Could be a 4 Lina. Could be a mid Lina. Nice and flexible. Good opener on both sides, really.
Yeah, this lane is disgusting coming from Nigma. When you have a Beastmaster and Lina hitting you constantly, you have... As soon as you get level 3 on these 2 heroes, if the Lina is the position 4, it's hard for Faceless Void to do anything there, even with the cookie if Snapfire is 5.
It's just so much harassment, so much kill potential. You need to bring a ton of regen into this lane. And I think they need some kind of save against the Beastmaster's Roar because it's a ton of damage. These 2 heroes just by themselves can play Dota, You have vision, you have stuns, you have burst damage. A pretty easy opener coming out from Nigma. I want to see some kind of position 5 that deals well with the Beastmaster and his boars. Enchantress. Okay, Enchantress is gone. Never mind. Maybe a Witch Doctor that provides heals in the laning stage. Coconut, good against the summons.
Good combo with the Void later, maybe.
Yeah.
Chen is the big healer that's also still in. More healing later on, I guess. Not exactly in the lane, but we've seen that be a combo breaker against the Void.
Yeah, that could be an option for Enigma instead. Like they could go for that Shen. We saw how it worked in the last series. It just negates most of the damage that you have in the chrono. But still, remember that in that last game, they only had Faceless Void and Snapfire as combination, and even that wasn't really on point. It's not like they used Chrono plus Mortimer's Kiss too many times. So maybe Chen looked a little bit too strong there.
Fair enough. DK removed now alongside the Anti-Mage. We did get to see a Faceless Void versus Anti-Mage carry matchup yesterday, and it definitely feels like Void has easier options, I guess, in that matchup, as we'll put it. Certainly things the Anti-Mage can do, but not something Mud Golems want to mess around with here today.
Depends. I mean, if you just think about carry to carry matchup, yes, but that Tide Hunter Zai, he was so close to getting full E Blade on
True.
the
I
Tide
forgot
Hunter
about
to
that.
save people
Yeah.
in the Chronosphere because everything they had was physical damage. It's about the itemization. If you, let's say, pair AM with another saving hero like Wyvern, Shadow Demon, Venge, that you can swap things out, just saving during the Chronosphere, it's a different kind of matchup.
Fair enough. Yeah.
They're really hiding their core on Enigma for a really long time now. The position one, that is. Most of them banned out. You see Spectre, AM, PA, and when you're thinking about these heroes that are played a lot at the moment, what do you have? You have Drow Ranger perhaps left in the pool. You have TB, Sven.
Troll.
Yeah, like all of these heroes can do well
And the
against
Jug,
faces.
too. But we have seen the Jug pop out a few times, and that's something I know Miracle likes.
Yeah, so you have options. I was a little bit wrong there, but still, no matter what you pick, you're playing into Faceless Void and Snapfire. You have to think about that. And I'm just waiting for one of these captains to remember the good old Raid King, perhaps, versus the Chronosphere and pick it
Not
up.
gonna happen. I mean, Raid King compared to any of the top tier carries right now just feels so underwhelming.
Okay, Lacoste, let's get a real comparison here. Who's worse in the average game, PL or Wraith King?
Raid
Now.
King.
Wraith King, definitely.
For sure, no doubt about it. Like,
Okay.
ask me about any
That's pretty
hero,
bad.
I'll just say Raid King.
Oh, he's that bad. All right, I didn't. Huskar, really? Is he worse than Huskar right now? Because I haven't seen that hero in a while.
Raid King.
No, when you have a hero such as Faceless Void that literally has to kill you in one big ulti, then you can think about heroes such as Raid King. But with the Phoenix picked up, maybe a built-in BKB instead. But they go with the Storm.
Quick
All
pick.
right, that's pretty solid because you have a hero that can reach the backlines and can just go on any one of these three heroes now on Mount Golems. Like, if you're playing games with these three heroes and you see Storm picked up, you're not feeling happy because Phoenix hates playing against him, Faceless Void hates playing against him. Same goes for Snapfire. He has that reach and disabled. Perhaps a Yules early on Phoenix is an option for Mud Golems. Like that Meteor Hammer Yules could be pretty solid.
I think you swap Snapfire to position 5 and get a better mid laner that, matches up against the Storm Spirit. In terms of, building or having a silence, getting that possibly an Orchid maybe. Is Void Spirit available? Yes, he is. Just like, Remnant that can pull him. And there he goes.
Yeah.
Okay. Void Spirit again. And
We
some more
did
flexibility, too.
We did see this exact thing, right, versus Boom's Storm Spirit, in which it didn't really pan out too well for the Void. This time around, they do have this. In that game, they had the Life Stealer in position 1. Now, however, they have a Faceless Void that's comboed with Snapfire and Phoenix, so I don't see damage ever really being a big problem for them. They just have to be very careful about the way they play their team fights, because you have Lina Beastmaster and Storm versus the Phoenix Sag. You have Storm versus the Snapfire. You have Roar in the Chrono versus the Void. So they really have to be careful the way they play out their fights.
Oh, so they think it's going to be a Void Spirit on the offlane, something that Navi General loves to play. And the 33 also big fan of Void Spirit on that offlane.
All right, we'll see if they're right. Any mid laners, and there's another carry, the Ricky again. Haven't seen him played yet, but has been banned out in this final phase now 3 or 4 times.
The thing about the Ricky bans, I think it happened during the tournament, at least the games that we were paneling, like 3 times so far. And every single time, like Ricky was banned out while the other mid laners were banned out. This is the only time that Ricky is banned while there's like safe
Hmm.
laners being banned.
Weird.
It can be. If you look at the lineup of Mad Golems, Ricky could have a blast. He's very strong versus all of them. Like, when you combo that reach together with the Storm Spirit, Diffusal, and the Smoke Screen, it's just a pain to deal with. He's not picked very often, however, but still can work.
Like there's like a Death Prophet here if they're still looking mid.
That's a good call, actually. Like
Pretty
they
safe.
could use some more tower damage, put some more pressure, even though it's a long cooldown, ulti, punishable when you have Faceless Void on your team as well. But I like the pick, and I think for Enigma, this is going to be position 5 Lina, Earth Spirit 4, Storm mid. We've seen Navi also play like kind of 4/5 Lina, where Chen tends to get a lot of farm, but Lina is that position 5, and Mirana.
All right,
Definitely
so likely mid. I think
not
they're
the
going to
hero
take
that
Jug
I
here
expected.
on Enigma. What do you guys think? What? There are
It's
not
a
many
bad
carries
Jug
left.
game against, like, he doesn't have a clear target. Faceless Void can time walk, dive, Void Spirit dissimulate, leaps. Sounds very bad
That is
to me.
true, actually. They do have a lot of.
The other BKB
The
built-in hero.
Terrorblade? Is that what's left? I guess Slark is also left too. We can't forget about him. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you have the Slark, the TB. You have the Raid King that you guys are definitely against.
I mean, Monkey King, right? I've seen Miracle play that hero before. I don't know if Monkey King's any good right now.
Can be played with the Aghanim's first item that I have seen some players pick up. You still aren't as strong as you were like half a year ago, but
yeah,
it can be played. Also, are you sure that this Mirana will be mid? Can be mid, can be offlane as well.
Yeah.
It could be
You can
offlane.
combo
Yeah.
it.
It's been a while. Like last time
Yeah.
I remember seeing Mirana on the offlane was when OG played it, like 2 months ago.
Borania does love that Mirana mid lane, so it might be him. They go with Ursa. All right, so the last time Kuro was playing with Nigma, they drafted Ursa for Miracle on that safe lane. They lost to Secret, but that was Secret.
Okay. So what do you think, Lacoste? I've asked about Ursa in a number of games now. Is this actually good?
Possibly, they have Beastmaster Aura and Lina as egg hitters, so they're just gonna throw in Ursa on top of that. It's not a good Ursa game to start with. He can chase people down, but it's for me, it's the same concept as that Juggernaut that you mentioned, where he, chase potential is really not there because everyone has some kind of escape mechanism.
It will be mid lane Snapfire, by the way, and it looks like offlane Void Spirit together with the Mirana. So you're going to have these two heroes that are extremely elusive versus Miracle's Ursa. Now eventually you can wear Void Spirit down with an early Orb of Venom pickup on the Ursa, but it doesn't look like too easy of a lane for him.
All right. Well, should be a good game 2, potentially a game 3 on the horizon. We'll see if Nigma can 2-0 the first series back with Kuro at the helm. But to take it away for this match, we've got Trent and Lyrical again. Boys, we got a bear. Oh, Lyrical, you rascal.
Oh.
It's been a rough day for the news.
Have it to the
Get
best,
out
bro.
of here! Stop it! Don't make fun of me! Oh my god. Trent, why would you do this to me?
I don't know. It's tough, Well, I'll take care of it. Welcome, everyone, to Game 2 of Nigma versus Mudgolems. Ask for the bear and receive the bear. And, well, you heard our panel's thoughts. Lyrical, what do you think of these drafts?
I was loving it.
See how easy that is?
The big bad bear. It's a beautiful hero, as the panel said, making a little bit of a comeback. I think Zairi kind of tipped his hand a little bit there when he was like, and possibly a game 3, after the Ursa pick comes out. I think there's a lot of question marks around that one. This hero just feels garbage right now. I don't know.
Garbage. Wow.
That's what it feels like to me, at least. But these are pro players, Trent. They know things that we don't know.
That's very true.
Yeah. scary.
I think it should be a pretty fun game in terms of like the brawl that's going to be happening, because as they pointed on the panel, look at these mobility spells. It's not just everyone on the side of Mugwolves. Everyone on Enigma kind of has it going for them too, right? Like, I mean, Ursa's got the hop, you got the movement speed bonuses for the Lina, you've got a Storm Spirit, and you've got an Earth Spirit rolling. I mean, the most grounded person is going to be MC, but of course you have to chase him through some boars. So it feels like whoever gets that first kill in the team fight, even if there is like mobility on both sides, there's also like pretty good chase potential on both sides as well. So you do not want to be the team that gets the first hero bursted down, and one team has an Ursa. So it seems pretty good.
That's a good point. Yeah, definitely. Force staffs are going to be really interesting to watch for as Kuro realizes, oh my God, there's a billion hero here. And it looks like they're going to be giving this kill on over to, well, I thought the mid, Bornea, but it's actually going to be Milan that takes it instead. So Milan taking first blood. Can I tell you real quickly too, the reason that I forgot to mute myself, because I literally was just like pog facing forever when I saw that Ursa pick come out. I'm so excited to watch this game. I forgot.
Well, Fada just got his TP canceled by GH with the roll, so not going to be able to head up top to help out his voice, and that actually sends Milan up top, so they don't actually have the heroes that. Can you imagine if GH had rollback? It was like 2 seconds away.
Yeah, and really interesting too, this build that Phoenix went for, right? The like Blightstone. I think part of the reason they did that was to get these boars dealt with a little bit more quickly.
Exactly. A defensive dual lane into a tri-lane is not a great place to have a Blightstone. I mean, sure, if they dive the tower, it's helpful.
Right.
Aha.
Got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be something to watch for. And maybe we'll give a little bit more room here for Nigma to just make things happen and either A, go for kills, particularly here, level 1, 3-3 in some trouble as he already burned through all of that defense coming from the Resonant Pulse. But
this is terrifying. Is there a salve on that career? Oh, thank goodness, because they need to hand that over to 3-3.
Yeah.
Because the level 2s are going to be popping off here in a moment, right? And that's when the real danger is going to occur.
Totally. Yeah, so far, things looking good across all the lanes right now for Nigma.
Yeah. Milan has also pulled up top, though. He's got the wave all the way back between the tier 1 and the tier 2. So he's just chilling, farming it out. As Skyder's just playing like under the tower. So life's good up there. Bottom lane, another advance in. Jump back with the early dissimilate.
Does have level 2 on Fada here, just in case things get a little bit too dicey. He'll have his Icarus dive ready. Yeah, and that thing that you're mentioning about Milan, sort of keeping those creeps in areas so you could get the range creep denied 2 times through. It's a nifty little move if you can make it work. As mid lane, we tried to go a little bit there on Bornea, but they weren't able to make anything happen. Just burned through a lot of his mana. But with 8 stick charges here on Snapfire, she is not going to go down anytime soon.
If there's any current hero that I want to shill for in a game, it is definitely just more mid Snapfires. I think this hero is incredibly strong right now. It does so well in so many matchups because of the nuke potential of the cookie as well as the scatter blast.
Right.
Anyone who has to come near the hero just really struggles once those levels start to stack up.
I will say that's a bit of a controversial opinion. I've heard a lot of people say that they absolutely despise the mid Snapfire and they think that nobody should play it, but people keep on picking it too. It's like
it's definitely good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've watched enough China to see like the first phase bans and then to see it picked first phase and still just win games. Like, I mean, I think that people will start playing better around it, kind of like the Sven eggs, but I think you might need to just commit to more like defensive blink daggers like you do versus Sven, because that seems to be the only way that you can actually survive a lot of those gobble up initiations. And when the Axe comes out at like 16 to 20 minutes, it can just take the whole game over.
Totally. And that's the thing, I think, is that we've seen some of these regions be much more effective with it than others. And that's probably why there's such a diversity of opinion about it. But so far, at least in this game, things evening up after those first couple of little downsides. And in fact, actually, if you look at Milan, having 8 and 3 on the CS right now, taking down a bunch of these boars, he's going to be pretty freaking farmed. Already almost level 4 on this Mirana. Not bad at all.
And going for the 4-minute rune by the looks of it.
Yeah.
As Crow also makes a rotation, so things could get a little bit messy here, depending. But it looks like we'll just go for the 50-50 split. And we'll see who gets lucky. Dun, da, da, da. Oh.
No.
A little groan there for the Nigma fans.
All right, somebody needs to go feed.
Yep, only way. Go dive.
See if they do decide to go for that or not. as
Well,
GH
thankfully,
and Curl.
you know, the 5-minute runes are coming soon anyway. Don't panic. Well, as they start to dive onto 3-3 here. No follow-up, though. Didn't go for the kickback. Was not confident in it once the Fire Spirits came out, I think.
It's a little bit scary, definitely. But you see that up here on the top side now also, they're going to bring Curl over. So dismantling the tri-lane and trying to put a little bit more pressure so Milan just doesn't have a completely free game.
Yeah, will this stop him from getting the bounty runes? Because MC looks to be committing for this.
Yeah, and does have double bore too. Milan can go for an arrow onto one of those if he wants, but still saving it. It looks like, yeah, it's just going to be a trade-off. Now, can they get 3 of these? It looks like they will. Nice job by Nigma.
Yeah, Milan will hold the other for Brania, I guess. But actually, he probably looked at his ball. I was like, okay, you're still full in invis. Yeah, I'm just taking this thing. Too risky.
Oh, this is interesting now. Borneo does have level 6, and Weeha's still stuck at level 5. If he gets a good timing here on a cookie, they're going to go for it, and that is going to be the ulti out. Weeha gets up close and personal, but it's going to burn down to death.
Very nice. Yeah, that is that's mid-snap. There's so many cool plays you can do with the cookies, too. The one I really like is when you get the illusion rune. Actually a useful hero with illusion runes.
Right.
You can, like, cookie them from weird angles.
3-3. Down bottom, Guts to run away, but yeah, you can see up top here.
Fury swipe stacks.
Yeah, it stacks up super quickly. And still trying to pressure this one. Needs to be a little bit wary as the Earth Shock comes out, but they're keeping Miracle back. Well, still level 5 on Weeha, trying to finish this one off. Just now gets level 6.
Milan went for a big swing with the arrow there. Didn't wait for the catapult to come through.
Going in. GH is nearby with the roll if they want to make it happen. Looks like they're trying to bait him here.
Oh, I got the catapult.
Oh, he missed there.
Well, no cookie. This is a pretty good time to go.
Kuro gets
Has an
killed up
illusion
the
room,
top
though.
side. And the roll in, trying to bring him down. Kick down to the low ground, but doesn't quite put him down there, actually. Borneo trying to back away. Raindrop. Oh, Raindrop Gaming. The turnaround and the kill takes down GH, and now out of mana, out of time. Great cookie comes out.
Mid Snapfire is so bad.
Right?
She's so tanky. It's very frustrating. I love the Soul Ring, by the way. That's a Europe adaptation. That is not something I've been seeing in the other regions.
Very
It's
cool.
almost always a Bracer Windlace Ags as 3-3 finally goes down to the bear for the Cubs.
For the Cubs. That's right. Well, that puts them on the board now, but sort of a testament to how this game has been going through the early stages. Mudgolem's looking pretty good.
Did you see that his name is Dipper, like the Little Dipper?
Oh.
Because like Ursa, you know, Ursa Majora, or whatever it is for the Big Dipper.
I got
The
you, man.
bears. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Skitter.
The lore.
Wanted to make
Oh,
it
that's a
happen.
risky cookie.
Big jump in, gets the kill. Nice
All
follow
these
up there.
plays.
Unreal. Dude, ban this hero when you're playing against Mudgolems.
This is like over rotation. I mean, typically we see like the level 6 rotation where they walk up the river and just start like ulting the top lane. Doesn't work very well. Sometimes
trouble.
maybe because the vision from the Hawk, but damn, that was pretty nuts.
He's still got Enrage. He should be fine on Miracle. Yeah, and I mean, the counter rotations coming out from Snapfire afterwards have just been super clutch and already almost halfway to Aghanim Scepter at 8 minutes. Like, what?
Yeah, this is potentially a 13-minute eggs again. They are sitting up here underneath the vision of the Hawk, unfortunately, so they're not going to get this free Mortimer Kisses kill. That's what he's lurking around here for, because usually, like, you see a guy with no mobility, right? We talk about how the Beastmaster's the flat-footed one. That's the one to try this on. So he's really waiting. He's still just under that Hawk.
Yeah, that's so painful. Oh.
This is so much time.
Yeah, like doing literally anything else. There's a stack that's right back here, and they are going to make this rotation.
They got
after he
Miracle
backs out.
bottom.
Wait, this is crazy. Are they actually going to jump on this? Okay, they're going to try and bring him down, and they have the full combo. He's dead. As
Miracle
down
at the
bottom,
same time, running.
getting out of there. He's out and away. Had stick charges still afterwards. Rolling afterwards, gets the kill onto Fada. So Nigma with some really good rotations and all set up by that Hawk.
Yeah, exactly. They knew what was going on.
Damn.
They could try something down here as well onto 3-3, but no detection.
Throws out the remnant. Tries to go further.
He knows there's no one rage here.
This is a big play if he can make it happen, but very difficult to make it work. 3-3, low on mana. Has stick charges still. And instead, it's Weehaw who dies again mid.
Yeah, they got him with the chrono.
Man, Weehaw has had a tough game. 0-4-2 on the Storm Spirit at 9 minutes. That's crazy.
A lot of times they look like recovery kills he was going for, right? Where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, this will get me back in the game. And he just dies.
And my man's got a, well, he'll have a TP when he respawns at least, but I don't know if he's gonna just, yeah, he's gonna take his time and then head back out afterwards. He's got to make something happen, like whether it's just like farming AFK in the jungle or something, but oh god.
Not
All right.
again.
Not again.
Luckily,
Oh,
the Hawk
God.
was coming through and saw. Oh no! No!
Oh my god!
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me, Weehaw? No! No! There's so many ways that could have worked, and he found the one that it didn't.
Oof! Oof! All right. Well, you know, it's everyone loves a good comeback story.
Yeah.
See if he can find his way back into it.
True. It's and I think the big thing here is just how good of a game Borneo is having. It's crazy.
Considering he spent 30 seconds just standing still, yeah.
Right.
Pretty impressive. He's still completely on top.
Milan also having a really good game on this Mirana.
Yeah, he's level 8. I mean, that's kind of crazy, right? GH is like just hoping to get 6 soon.
It's the
He's
second
level
highest level
9.
in the
He
game.
leveled up.
Second
Can't be
highest in
stopped.
the
I
game.
can't keep track. He's ahead of 3-3. I'm
crazy.
the off laner now.
Yeah. Everything kind of going well. And I mean, I guess at this point we're going to be just trying to see Miracle get into like a scaling or so with his Battle Fury.
I feel like we all just like, man, can you guys just make me stacks? Like, you gotta smoke me, and we're doing this again.
Yeah.
All right, recovery gank attempt number 4.
Oh, is he just going in? Oh wow.
Oh, he's coming.
My man has 2 Sage Masks.
They have
and
egg
a null.
and the Snapfire's here.
Oh, can they do it in time? He will kill him. That's a big one. 3-3 now. Afterwards, gets revealed. Borneo nearby. Yeehaw. He's fine here too. A good recovery kill there for him.
Coming for the team. 31 gold acquired with the assist.
Mm.
Right back in this one.
You take what you can get, man. So yeah, 12 minutes, 3,000 gold lead. Another smoke up
smoke.
top.
Yeah, they're going for the roar. They draw the line down mid. GH says this is our target. We want this one.
Have Kuro again. Oh, a DD on Storm. Okay.
Yeah, this is potential to actually kill a snap. They want to invade though. They're gonna follow their Hawk.
Okay, they see him. He just popped Mask of Madness too. Walking away, trying to get out of there. The big jump from downtown. And a good reaction. Weeha's out of mana now, though.
And they're all coming.
Oh,
Maybe the Hawk will save them.
no.
Well, that's a Yules, guys.
That's not good. Why are you doing this to him? What the hell? He's bottom 4 net worth. Just solo chronoing him? Unreal.
I love this really early Yules, though. This is devastating versus the Storm. Oh, is he going to get the last hit on that? No, I couldn't get the end of that.
Man. Okay. The Yules, speaking of which, it's going to be up soon for 3-3 as well. But yeah.
That's going to make this a really hard game for Storm. He like, can't jump in first, right?
Yeah.
If he gets Yules versus Cookie and Arrow and Aether Remnant, he's just dead.
That's going to be tough. Definitely. Can you imagine if this was a hard Storm game? But we'll see how it goes. 10-5 right now. Oh, this is a big pickup for him if they can get it.
Trying to steal
3-3.
their small camp, but 3-3 still got the last hits with the Assimilate.
Yeah. Miracle in the meantime down here with them as well. They don't have Chrono. And jump in.
Oh, there's
Okay.
the Yules.
Yules afterwards. Long duration stun. The Supernova's down now as well. GH, a good jump out there. And the retreat. They will manage to find that secondary stun. Pull back in the Beastmaster. Weehaw looking for a chase down. Catches onto Phoenix. This is looking okay for Nigma here.
Oh,
as they
zapped
brought him
him
down. Okay. Mornia still trying to back out of here. Holding on to Mortimer's Kisses, and the chase down. It's a lot of damage. Everybody's super slow, but hasn't found anybody yet to kill. Good
Punishing
jump
the
away
lack
here
of
by
chrono.
Enigma. They'll end up losing GH, but I think that this is okay for him. Oh, wait a minute. There's the Aghanims, and the chase down beats and kills Skinner. Cookie goes the wrong way. Unreal.
Oh man, all that to actually punish the fact that the Chronos on cooldown. So they get that one. I would still say that's pretty good considering the state they were in.
Yeah.
In the end, it might have been kind of an even trade. Jeez, they got a lot of gold on Snap and Void actually at the end there. Like 400 each. That's a little painful. But now that the Aghanims is out on the Snapfire, this is worrisome territory for Weehaw. I think he just dies, right? Like, if he doesn't see the Goblov coming, I don't think there's time to zip.
Right. Well,
From
and
like your range of vision, right?
it's true.
Especially at nighttime. If he's under a ward at nighttime, he's just dead.
And that's going to be sort of, I think, one of the stories of this game is like, how aggressive does Mud Golems want to stay? And you know, I think
How aggressive do they need to stay?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. That's a decent point too.
I think passive Dota is like okay for them, but I'm sure they recognize that they have a pretty decent edge with this Aghanims combat-wise. Oh, that's a ward.
Yeah.
That's a sentry. Oh, but he knows. Oh.
Oh no. Oh, good jump away. All right, that's big. If he
That
gets out of here.
So greedy, dude. Why didn't you just use him?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
I guess he was worried about being
wait, no, they found him.
additionally. Yeah, he said sorry. He's
Oh,
like, yeah.
no.
Oh, all right, nice. He now
No, they
it went
found
from
him.
sorry to you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, he's just been getting the treatment this game. Like 4 heroes chasing him down. Unreal.
Well, you know, every once in a while, Weehaw needs to have a rough game so that the fans have someone to blame, you know?
That's true.
Otherwise, he just gets, you know, no attention from their fans, so it's okay.
Battle Fury done. A bit of an arrow thrown out the other direction, and they will take down that mid tier 1 tower. If there's a silver lining right now for Enigma, it's that they've only lost 1 tower. It does look like it's about to be a second, though, with this catapult about to finish it off up top once the
And
glyph wears
Miracle,
out.
yeah, quietly getting that Battle Fury first, right?
Yeah.
Keep himself ahead of the Void.
It's been making a lot of space, the other heroes, this game, it feels like.
That's what I call it when my score is 0, 7, and 4. Pretty
Yeah.
regular occurrence as well, so there you go.
That's true.
Fada's Courier does go down. And those have to retreat from the bottom lane. So the aggression continues. They're smoked up. They still have Moonlight Shadow. No one is showing right now. Phoenix is even back, so they want to pop it, and yeah, they do indeed.
He's always playing in the very dangerous spot, which
Yeah,
again,
okay, now
for
at
hits-
some point, it's diminishing returns.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, this is fine.
I mean, look, like the real carry is over here, right? Like,
yeah,
he's farming in the dangerous spot. He's setting himself up to be killed over and over again. It feels like this has to be by design at some point. Right? Right,
Yep.
Trent?
Yep. I mean, he's the most likely to survive.
Yeah.
So he's got to try something. It's surprising they actually didn't get any ward coverage left over in there, though, as Mud Golems. I call that a little disappointing, personally. Just with how much you can punish with long-range arrows and, like, Void Spirit jumps into Yules and, of course, the Goblet being the most important one.
Right.
You need better wards.
Well, what else do we have coming out now? As you said, the Yule Scepter is being done.
That roar was pump faked.
Was
Almost got Fada, but got to that range.
I mean, that's one thing. It's like they've got Beastmaster who's fairly farmed as well. He's almost at Necrobook 3. And like clearing out that vision that we know is going to come eventually from Mud Golems is going to be really important.
Oh, his courier. Oh, no. Used it to see on the high ground for the ward, but Milan has his courier eaten up.
More farm for Miracle. Scouts things out. Jump in from 3-3. Cookie comes afterwards, able to dodge the roll because of that. Silence out now afterwards. Roar is going to connect. But the Yule Scepter lift up and the jump in. Oh my god, the combo!
Oh, man.
Destroys them!
That's the most unnecessary safety chrono of all time.
Wow.
Just to put a stamp on it.
That was sexy. Dude, Horny is having a hell of a game. 9-0-6 right now in the Snapfire. Aghanims, back to travels. He is killing it.
Yeah, I'm curious what he goes. If he just goes BKB into the MKB, or if he feels like he's kind of owning enough that he could just go straight like MKB. I kind of like BKB first. I think that very standard build is just way too strong on this hero.
Right. I can kind of agree with that. It's I think the other thing just to watch for is like,
Oh, gobble up.
oh,
Hey, we
another
are.
one.
How you doing, bud?
Yules,
Oh, he's out of mana. Oh, he just got back.
arrow, cookie, scatter blast, dead. It's devastating. But I mean, that
Alright,
death on
worth.
Milan matters more, right?
Especially if they got Barania too.
Chase down. There's the stun. A lot of heal coming in. It's the strength here at 3-3. Can they kill him down in time? It looks like they will. They bring down the
Oh, the
Snapfire.
feed train.
This is what happens when you come for Weehaw. All the rest of you here is going to die. Look at him. He's giving him the nightmare noises. The light strike array is going to connect, and they take down for redemption in one team fight.
That chrono gave them the confidence, right? It being dropped down like that let them know that they could maybe bait out Weehaw there. And now they have an Ursa, and you didn't take Roche when you had the edge. Now we're
True.
going for it.
Yo, I know there's the Malk award that's usually given to supports, but unironically, we might get it for Weehaw this game.
Now that would be truly impressive.
That would be unreal.
They have to win, though.
That's true. Dude, they
There's
just
still
got
some
Aegis on Miracle.
some difficulties there. Oh, they smoke right up. They're going in.
Fine, Milan didn't quite get him there with the silence. And, well, still, chase down. Does have leaps to use
Don't lose
if he
your,
needs to.
your Aegis.
This would be really bad if they lose the Aegis here. Oh, God. Snapfire catches there. Good in rage, though. Cookie afterwards able to land the Snapfire. Tries to bring him down. That's Aegis down.
I mean, they got
Supernova.
Void, though. I'm kind of okay with that trade as long as they can chase for something extra.
Can't quite connect there with Weehaw. Still diving in. 3-3's nearby. Able to get that taunt. The runaway comes. Arrow's going to land
Oh, God,
afterwards.
they're taking a lot
Another
of
round
damage.
of cookies. He goes down again. This poor guy. Miracle, meanwhile, going to get Yuled up. While Snap ulti is going through, jumps away. And from one team fight of greatness, the second one is going to devolve into madness. A triple kill for Bornea.
That was a bit of a what were we doing?
Yeah.
Weehaw's like, guys, I'm allowed to die, all right? I don't have anything to live for this game, but if I dive that deep, you guys gotta cool your jets, man. I was getting you out of there. And Barania goes for the super aggressive blink next.
Yeah. I guess that the cool thing too is like blink in and save people with gobble up.
Exactly. Yeah, it's very good for that. Probably versus the Ursa too. Be a nice little tool if someone's about to get gone on.
Yeah, it looks like Milan right now has, I think, the full mechanism completed, or pretty close to it at least. Yeah, it's the full one done. So very farmed on this Mirana. As Smoke Up comes, they have the Chronosphere available. With Battle Fury done, Mask of Madness, not quite done with Manta yet. Weehaw, again, the first one found. Arrow is going to connect. Yeah, dude. Oh, no. Yule
Leaping
Scepter again.
heroes.
They pull him back in. And they've got him. Kuro's going to drop as well.
And they still had Gobble left for additional chase down just in case.
So 6,000 gold lead now. And Mud Golem's definitely looking better in this game number 2. They've solved a lot of those issues that we saw from game number 1. Oh my god, he still doesn't have his Orchid.
Yeah, I don't think he knows when that thing's coming. I mean, he's actually below the Earth Sphere at this point by a decent chunk.
Oh no. Poor guy. Well, it is 23 minutes now, and all of the tier 1 towers except for bottom have been taken, as we're probably waiting for that. I don't know exactly what exactly do you think they need to kind of be going for.
All
here?
right, look mid. They're sending in the Snapfire illusion. She's gonna try and bait with this illusion and then gobble up and fire the other one.
Oh, I like it.
It didn't look good enough though, unfortunately.
It's bottom instead. They found themselves mind control. This is a big kill if they can get it. Tossing in one. It's on Skitter. He's gonna need to pop the egg if he wants to live, and no, he's gonna just die for it. Doesn't want to pop egg. Has no buyback available either. The rest of Nigma have moved in.
They're
And
rolling
the
in.
roll, that's not
Autobots.
where they are.
Oh, that was a really greedy time walk.
Weehaw jumps again, trying to catch him, trying to kill him. Will they get it in time? He's brought down super low and they take down the Void, and Weehaw gets the kill, ladies and gentlemen. Now following up for more, trying to get 3-3. Got him caught. Cookie again to try and live. No buybacks on these heroes, and they lose 3.
They're very good at keeping the feed train up, though. Trying to help Nigma back into this one, it feels like. But yeah, after the initial kill of the Phoenix, it didn't really feel that great anymore. And then you saw that time walk back from Scatter, even though I think they knew they were coming in by the looks of it.
Right. Yeah, I guess that's that mobility that you've got on this Nigma squad. Just so much potential for a chase down. So,
at what point does anyone not just die to Yule's, though? Because right now, their entire team minus MC probably just dies to Yule's arrow. Because at least he can, like, maybe summon something. Or actually, no, he wouldn't be able to summon something. It's going to be the perfect timing anyway. So, I guess his own units are probably down. As they... Oh! They can't see this, can they?
What?
The Dire don't know. There's a unit flying mid onto
Oh my
GH.
God. I didn't see
Mirana,
that.
If you look at the Mirana, she's mid-flight.
Look down a little bit. That's not a leap.
She's stuck in the trees, though. If you go into showcase mode, she's really in there. Press yeah, there you go. You gotta find her in there. There she is. Hello.
Dun, 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 dun. She's riding the eagle through the land.
It's kind of like one of those like panthers, right? Stalking its prey.
Yeah.
Natural habitat.
So you know what I was thinking? Ooh, that's a lot of gold from the pets. I think that each hero should have its own animation that it uses based upon how good of an initiator it is, right?
Oh, have you seen Shaker has the best one?
What
the way
is
that he
his?
like, I don't know, he just has it uses his like Aghanims one where he's got like the
nice.
Superman going on. He looks
great.
very good during Goblet.
See, and like if it's a hero like, you know, AA or like Chen or something, I feel like they should just be like flailing, you know, and like or like in the death animation or something, like in the middle of the air, because it feels like that fits better. I think, you know what I'm saying?
Mirana looks pretty proud. She's ready for this.
Totally.
Is GH though? That's the question.
What a segue. It doesn't look like he's ready.
Yeah, that's the end of his roll animation there. So, or well,
no,
it's the beginning. So he's rolling. Is he rolling out?
That's
I think
a good
he's good.
question.
I think yeah, he just stoned too. So yeah, I think he's good.
Although if she lands, she can hypothetically Yules him as he's like getting away, you know?
Oh, only one way to find out.
That's true. They're not ready though. She has 3 leap charges.
Well, yeah, that would be an issue.
I
think he lives. I think he's fine.
You want to take a bet on it?
Oh wait, there's a blink on Snapfire. Ooh, now I'm not so sure. And they have a Radiant Ward. I think he dies. What do you think?
I think he dies. I saw the ward.
Yeah, the ward is... All right, no, I think he's going to live, because I think they won't commit, because it's post-pause, and everyone forgets what's happening post-pause, so they won't risk it.
That's fair. We'll see. Or they're like, we're committing to this no matter what. Get in there. Time will tell. GH rolls away. No! Oh, Trent, you're so right.
Yeah. Pause, Dota.
So, Storm. Orchid completed. Got his eyes on an Aghanims next, but he's got at least his first item. And a chance for a comeback here, if Nigma are able to make it happen. BKB done for Ursa as well. Okay. Still a little ways away, but Earth Spirit has his queued up and is about 1,000 or so gold away from completing it.
I guess now we just start thinking about the next roast, right?
Yeah, most likely.
Whoever's in that good position around there gives like a pretty good hold on this game.
Smoke up right now. Dire scanning, seeing if anybody's up on this high side, and they will get a ward down as well as having a hawk in the area.
Mind Control's way back. He's looking for that counter initiation with the Blink Roar. Maybe to try and save from the Chrono or something. Nice to
catch. Stun. 3-3, gotta be careful. The chase down arrow, it's gonna land. He didn't get enraged or anything off. They just didn't see him.
Oh man, no, not the 10-second BKB.
Wow, and then the Yules afterwards tries to catch him, gonna get the stun. Weehaw goes down.
Oh my god, that arrow, it was like hidden in the sun ray. It's like the next level strat.
That's amazing. I love that. Well, and just like that, Mud Golems now getting set up to try and push towards this mid lane. They've got a
they have a
catapult
DE
here.
on Snap. She's almost level 20. Not quite there yet, though, so that's not going to help the little shredder.
What a crazy series of events there. And this, I mean, obviously before Roche too, that's what it's going to end up really mattering.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're
They
keeping
could
that.
even potentially get that top outpost before 30.
Ooh, that would be really good.
Yeah. Instead, they want to farm up with the ancient stacks. Very nice. Great stuff here.
Mm.
Dota in quarantine time has become stacking time, so good to take a look at that one there from Golems.
Kuro
They're
playing
going to
around
eye
this
up
board.
GH. They have a ward up on the high ground, so they know he's going for the TP.
And they catch him. GH in trouble. There's going to be the cookie and the beatdown. Horny gets level 20 now.
This wasn't that bad, honestly, him dying there. Like, he pushed the wave all the way to the tower. He stopped the push in the mid lane, and they didn't invade and get, like, good vision up near the Roche. And instead, it's actually MC who comes in and gets a good ward. Or, well, actually, they might have... They're pinging like they know that he's a ward there somehow, but that ward must have been placed during that last excursion in.
Yeah, and, you know, you think about it. Again, it's like the nighttime hits, and all of a sudden, all the wards are down for Enigma. It's just like that's when they're sort of playing around this. Yule Scepter lift up, still no save for it for the moment, but they don't fully commit as he didn't have his Aether Remnant ready.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they didn't like it with like the cookie and the goblet. Just figured there might have been too many people nearby.
Yeah. Okay. Continuing to build that lead. And of course that like pressure and the chase down for GH on the bottom lane sort of signals too that they can't get a tier 2 tower in time to get the outpost before 30. So that's going to be a little bit of a win there for Enigma as well. But a smoke up now as Roche is getting ready to respawn. Oh, they don't have one on him though. That's annoying. I have to bring it out. Both teams picking up Paladin Sword. Faceless Void having one, and then on the other side, Ursa also holds one.
Meanwhile, GH is just continuing his work in the bottom lane.
Classic.
Ooh, arrow almost hit mid. Force the Enrage. That's 30 seconds. I mean, not terrible, but they did notice it, and they instantly Moonlight.
And that's Roche respawning right now.
I love this True Sight talent on the Aether Remnant, by the way.
It's really cool.
Utilizing it like that for just de-warding. So much value.
Yeah. I mean, they're into the Roche now. They're going to jump on 3-3 here. Milan trying to keep him alive, but the silence is there afterwards. Great Orchid placement. Roll in afterwards. Silence onto the rest of them. They're going to need to get the Yule Scepter off. Egg is available afterwards with the Chrono if they want to jump in and make it happen. Chrono is going to land onto all of them. They can't get in range. They can't get him. And it's going to pop. Hits the stun onto absolutely everybody. Have they salvaged this fight? Kuro in a hell of a lot of trouble. He gets beaten down, and now they're trying to chase down Weehaw.
What a chrono.
Unbelievable.
I thought GH had that when he got into the back line like that. It looked like they were going to get in Barania, but nope, nothing else. Maybe a salvage kill, but no, the Yule's up as well.
Wait, they still have Mortimer's Kisses. Got to be careful. Cookie into everybody. Can they beat him down in time?
I like how instead of gobbling and shooting the Phoenix, he took the Arcane.
Oh my god, tried to gobble up right there, but didn't quite get in range. And bringing down Miracle. Got to be careful. Chase down arrows off the mark. They're going to throw out
they're going for Miracle.
Him under control, and then throw out the Kisses. Miracle pops the Enrage, though. Yule Scepter lift up afterwards. There's a couple more Kisses. Can't quite catch Mind Control, but they will be able to chase down Miracle and kill him as well. That was so many buybacks.
That was really risky. They almost threw both kills there potentially, but luckily Skitter just saw that and was like, okay, I'm coming over and securing this. Now keep in mind, MC does have a blink, so I don't know. He might come make some plays here. It looks like Barania is anticipating that. He's going to jungle. Oh, he's got the Wild Wing. He's firing. Not going to get directly, though.
I mean, Weeha's nearby, too, and they have a Hawk here.
Oh, I was watching top.
Oh, yeah, that's as well. Kuro's going to die. I was meaning in terms of top. Like, I think with Skitter not quite taking this down yet, they're going to try and jump on and kill Snapfire, and they're going to get her. This has been a complete
failure. He snapped it.
Weehaw takes the Aegis and the cheese. How did that happen, Mud Golems?
Team.
Weehaw literally saving the day after being down right now. So many kills, 1 in 14, but he takes the Aegis and now is going to chase down, try and kill off 3-3. Can they get him in time? Tom pulls him back in. Well, he eats the cheese, gets bashed to death another time through.
Well, unfortunately, his Orchid still doesn't work, so I don't know what happened there.
Oh no.
He just did not. He was so confident he could get that kill without allowing him to just use the Orchid or something. I don't know.
Why did they chase the Beastmaster? Couldn't they have just all stood there and gotten the Roche? Like, they all spread out and just left Void to solo hit it.
I like the fact that Barania went for it because he was like, okay, Beastmaster's getting greedy on the lane. He's at like 20% HP. If I hit him with a single neutral camp gobble up, he's going to die. But then you had the Miran and the Phoenix go mid for the kill onto the Lina. That I think was the mistake. I think they should have just secured and gotten the Aegis. Man, losing Aegis and Cheese, that is pretty frustrating. I mean, obviously, they're still pretty far up, and they got some bonus kills out of it afterwards, but they still haven't taken that tier 2 tower in any of the lanes.
I mean, this is not... That's the thing that's weird, right? Is like a 17,000 gold lead feels safe because it feels like they shouldn't be able to do anything, as, you know, testament by GH about to die here, probably. Well, bash, 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 bash. Yeah, they got him. But at the same time, like, objective-wise, they really haven't claimed that much of the map. I don't know, Trent. I'm worried.
I mean, they're so far up. It's a pretty hard game to lose, I think, at this point. Like, with the heroes they have, like, the Storm is just, like, so... I mean, look at where the Storm is, dude. Can you find them on the net worth chart?
Oh, no. Oh, God.
He's trying to keep Kuro away from these creepers. That's why he's following him right now. He's making sure Kuro doesn't get any last hits. All right? You can only suffer so much here. Like, Kuro, I swear, if you take that tome, man, we're done.
Dude. Oh, no. It's true. All right. Well, they're going to try and smoke up now again and see what they can do on the other side of the map. As Moonlight Shadow comes out, and it looks like they're just going to be able to get some sort of passive pressure onto the tier 2 towers, but they realize that, okay, Nigma have to be over on this side of the map over here.
Yeah, they kind of had this big lion arrow drawn. Like, they know what's going on.
Right.
It feels like both teams kind of do, though, because obviously they're dewarding with 3-3.
But they're not opting to, like, pressure or force out a glyph or anything, you know?
Well, I mean, Nigma's just not getting anything. This is, like, the worst place to be. There's a hard camp.
That's true.
You know, my goals were, like, near the triangle. Void's, like, hitting camps. He's moving to the lanes. He's buying a Scotty.
GH farming mid a little bit whilst the rest of the team
running out of smokes. That arrow actually just hit on Miracle, by the way.
What?
A blind arrow.
Oh, they know then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Mornia is going to be the one that gets
Whoa,
jump blinks immediately. Probably didn't need a BKB, but better safe than sorry.
Yeah, I know, but I'm sure he was just as surprised that he got the blink off anyway.
Right. Yeah, totally.
Instant smoke back. Moonlight Shadow in 20 seconds.
Can they do anything? Arrow gets thrown
arrow,
out.
the exact same spot.
Oh my god. Toss in an illusion. Won't hit onto anybody. And Enigma just going to back away. And maybe they can get out of here and secure some bounty runes on the other side of the map. That probably has to be the play for them at this point. But you can,
they're bailing.
You can see how much like harder this
Miracle
is
really
without
wanted
the
that
Aegis.
small cap though. He turns back.
What a guy. Curl. Runs in 3-3 here. Simulate, dodge, beat down for the kill. So
That Solar Crest plus Enchanted Quiver was a lot of burst damage between just the magic bonus burst and then all the right clicks. All right. Milan's getting a little bit scared with these cheeking arrows.
True. Weehaw finds one. You'll Scepter
So is Gobble Up. He can save him.
Gotta be careful.
Save
Chase
him.
down
Punch him.
comes. Well, they're chasing Mind Control. Over on the other side, Weeha's still running away from the rest of them as it looks like Mind Control
That's
is
a
going to
tempting
get beaten
Kuro.
down. And they kill one. Chrono on the other side finds the finish on Kuro as Weeha also goes down.
Yeah, the Chrono was just way too tempting. He had to go for it. It's like, yeah, I know it's the support storm, but I'm getting it. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
It's true.
3 minutes left still, since we lost that Aegis like instantly right after. And we'll finally get a tier 2 taken here. I say optimistically, as it's a double siege wave. Snapfire with the attack damage on the little shredder.
Now, they don't have any ultis, but with no Beastmaster for a minute,
Be
it's gonna be a
careful,
hard
Kuro.
hold.
If you get hit by a creep, you might just die from a Gobble Up.
It's true.
They could have Gobble Up into like an arrow potentially.
Weeha
Actually hit
jumps
Miracle
all
like
the way
that.
over here, and they find GH. He's dead. The Gobble Up connects. You were right. Kuro is in a hell of a lot of trouble. Scatterblast goes out, now disarmed in the duration of the BKB. Can they bring him down in time? They don't have anything. Gets the bash, a couple more hits. The egg is going to die. Miracle now, chase down, Kuro off to the side. They're going to beat him down to death. They will lose the Mirana and the Snapfire, actually.
Guys,
Have they gone too far? Skitter still keeps on going in. Will not be denied. Has the Manta style. Jumps away for the moment. Do they have anything else to lock him down? Roll again back up in a second. As 3-3 jumps the other direction. Weehaw trying to chase him down. Oh my gosh, Weehaw gonna die. Weehaw goes down to 3-3. Unbelievable. This freaking guy trying to TP out and is going to escape.
All right, that was nice. I mean, double buyback. It looks like it's still a net worth gain for the Dire, as well as a lot of XP. Actually, 7,700 experience for GH. He's level 23 and a quarter now. Holy! He's he's tied with Ursa for the highest on the team, and that's an Ursa who's been Battle Fury and creeps this entire game.
That's insane.
All right, I blame Phoenix. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm putting that one on you, Fada. That was the deepest Sunray attempt kill onto Kuro, and then that put the egg in a bad spot. And then once the Phoenix is in there, like your backline's in, you're like, well, I'm going it.
Right.
I want to cover this guy, so.
Well, and it's the classic, right? We talked about it. You win a big fight, then you go high ground without ultis.
Thank
you do like
thank
no
you, SAP,
damage.
for the stat.
Nice. Oh, I love the exclamation mark afterwards.
Huzzah!
117-9, but they're
Weehaw's pretty
staying
much
in
the
it.
only thing getting beat more than a dead horse in this one, so.
Oh.
It's, yeah, 19k lead, 4-3 to 23, and the Roche timing we'll find out in 30 seconds.
What are we looking at? I mean, they've kind of regained some map control here, you know?
Yeah, hey, they're getting their neutrals. I'll take that as a little bit of a win, because they were in a scenario where, had they not dove that deep, it would have been actually kind of hard for them to get out and find all of these.
Right.
I think if they can clear out some neutral camps, that's a decent win right now. The best possible scenario is destabilization of the Roche by trying to get a pick off here, and that's what they're looking for.
If they can find it, jump in. Weehaw finds his target, able to dodge away for the moment, so needs to be careful. They buy back on the Void Spirit, and they're not going to chase any further onto the Storm Spirit. Instead, though, they find Miracle, forces out the BKB. It's a long Roche spawn time, so they want to find a kill here if they can, and it looks like they're going to be able to.
Oh, on a Crow!
Oh, it's Crow on the backside. Do they have anything else afterwards?
Nice
They're
save.
still living on Miracle. They're going to have the Supernova available. Can they do anything else afterwards? Mornia tries to make it happen. The stun is going to connect, and they have the beat down there. Meanwhile, Storm finds them. Out of mana, though, in some trouble. Milan able to live.
The Greater
Dodges
Fairy
away.
Fire.
Mechanism keeps him alive. And 3 dead for a very long time with no buybacks. The chase is still coming as they want to find GH here. But he has the roll away. This feels almost a bit too...
Oh, we got him. We got him.
Damn. Oh, nicely played. And one more little round of the gobble up as
The
they find the
wards.
final touch.
GH just sadly pings the high ground. Yeah, they got a ward here. I tried.
Yeah.
Oh, that was quite the tease from Milan there. The mech and the Greater Fairy Fire for the save right at the end. As he basically distracted the entire backline as they were trying to get some saves during that chrono with the LSA. Now MC caught here with an Invis rune.
That was interesting. BKB try to chase him. God, so much damage.
He's
The
got a
Daedalus.
Daedalus.
What? Yeah. All right. That's rough. Buys back immediately, but no buyback on any of these other heroes. They've got at least 20 seconds before the Storm and the Ursa are back in, and it looks like they want to push the tempo. They're going straight for the
Skitter's
tier 4 towers. They know. I mean, this is a pretty ballsy play right now if they can make it happen. So 10 seconds left until the Storm. Can they bring down tier 4 towers and end the game in that timing? It's going to be close. I think they will. All right, maybe it's not going to be close. Roar comes
just
out,
fight them.
tries to bring him down. Is it enough? Beastmaster's going to die. Meanwhile, the Abyssal Blade
the
comes
Lotus.
out, trying to control. It's not quite enough. They have the disarm. He's enraged, but there is no answer for the madness that's ensuing as they take down Weehaw yet again. They toss in one more. GG is called. Mud Golems come back strong in game number 2.
Yeah, that was a very similar to game 1 in terms of the domination, really. did not feel like the game was going to go that well for Enigma at many points. A couple like feed trains, sort of, where like one guy dies on the side of Mud Golems, and they feed a couple more kills after, and you're like starting to see things. And unfortunately, though, not able to get their game back on track, largely because of how badly WeHaw's game went. I mean, I know we talk about him a lot this game, but it's hard to focus on much else when like your key storm that you kind of needed for this to work out, right? Someone to actually punish off of this vision to create good situations for your Ursa to capitalize on. They weren't able to get that because he was so far behind that any single Yules just killed him. And then they had 3 Yules by the end of this game.
Well, and to me, part of the thing that set that up so effectively was just Borneo having an amazing game too. Like, I think this is one of the most played heroes I've seen him on in the past little bit. I feel like almost every game I turn on, he's playing Snapfire, and
or
he
Storm.
absolutely rocked it.
So, you know, he kind of knew what the game was, right? Yeah.
That's true. 19, 3, and 21 for him. Standout player for sure. But we have another game 3 coming out now, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to take a quick break, then head on back to the panel, see what they thought about that amazing game number 2, and get us set for game number 3.
EGB, your esports betting world. The only place to find the widest choice of popular games and matches to win real money. Choose your bet on a single event or express of several matches with dizzy odds. Serving the market for 7 years with over 800,000 users. Join now to get your bonus for the first deposit up to $600. EGB, you know for sure who's gonna win.
Like I'm Elsa, on my let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Head to toe. Said you got your own style, that's just like for you, ain't got it though. Talking like you got it, that's a problem, I might let them know. Freeze you like I'm Elsa, on my let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. 10 toes, keep it thorough, stepping out for sure, though, time to let them know. Rubber band bands, I got a lot of dough. Oh, for sure, working around the clock, sometimes I need me more than 24. Eeny, meeny, money mo, head to toe. Said you got your own style, that's just slang for you, ain't got it though. Talking like you got it, that's a problem, I might let them know. Freeze you like I'm Elsa, so my let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, head to toe. Said you got your own style, that's just slang for you, ain't got it though. Talking like you got it, that's a problem, I might let them know. Freeze you like I'm Elsa, so my let it go. bittersweet. Hey, hey. They say my life is bittersweet.
These feelings are waiting for you to come back. Amazing feelings are waiting for you to explore again once the world is ready. Until we meet again. Amazing Thailand.